Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Just giving you an update right here in Jal, New Mexico, where they're going to be having the homecoming later on tonight. That'll be between the boys, or the girls and the boys game. And you're watching bonus coverage right now as we're about to get into the fourth quarter here in about 12 seconds with the JV squads for Hagerman versus Jal Panthers. It is 26-29 as the score indicates. And with 1 second to go, let's see if he can get that shot off. Nope, he does not, even though he does make it, but it is not in time. So we're going to go into the fourth quarter. It'll be 29-26, Hagerman up by 3 instead of 5. If he would have laid it up a little sooner, maybe he would have got it. Either way, though. And if you see on the floor, you can see Ty Friend out there, one of the officials, doing his job. But we will continue this bonus coverage of the JV squad once again. Jal down by 3, 29-26 as we head into the fourth quarter. And we will continue coverage with that as well as get you ready for the games between Hagerman and Jal for the girls and the boys. Talk about that in just a moment right here on the Jal Sports Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, without whom, of course, we would not be able to put these on the air, whether it be on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube. It is always for free. Sometimes we're even on the Facebook page as well. So thank you very much for being here as we are in bonus coverage right now. 6:15 to go. It's just 29-26. No score of yet in this fourth quarter as both sides are slugging it out. And this is Ron Gunter, Jerry Bear on the camera, taking care of your visual needs, thankfully. And we will be getting here momentarily soon started as far as getting you the information for both girls and then boys. And then again, there's coordination in between those two games for homecoming. It is homecoming week, and we've got 3 candidates on each side. We'll talk about them as well. And let me anytime, though. We're going to get some more free throws from Hagerman and the JV squad. This is, oh, that was a lane violation on that. So Lostage's 24 stepped in, and that second shot didn't need to be shot. It wasn't going to count anyway. So 29-26. And again, this is homecoming for Jal. This would have been the second half of the district, but instead, because of the snowstorm, they've got 2 games still, Jal does, to make up. One of them's going to be Loving. The other one is Tatum. They haven't played them yet. And that's the reason why, one of the reasons why they have just a one, and well, depending on which team it is, they've only got 3 games on the docket so far. This will be game number 4 for the district. And again, we'll be talking about that here momentarily. But right now with 5:50 to go, it's still 29-26. Hagerman up by 3, and if we can get this 3 to go in, no, it does not, but it does get a rebound. And going back the other way quickly for Hagerman. Almost lost control of that dribble, but he did get it up, gets his own rebound, and then crashes him to the ground or the floor. And that'll be 2. Second team foul for Jal. We'll stick around for, I thought that was going to be a shooting foul, but it was not. So 3 on the way, misses. And we'll be back in a moment as we continue to provide the bonus coverage for Jal, JV squad, on the court right now.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics. The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395 of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
As you can see in this bonus coverage of JV, it has been nothing but the Hagerman Bobcats JV squad outperforming Jal, unfortunately, in the fourth quarter. In fact, it has been a 10-1 run for the Bobcats with 1:37 to go. 39-27 is the score. 2 up possible for the foul shooter. The first one does roll in. Had a nice shooter's touch on that one. Soon after this game will be the Lady Panthers. Second one goes in as well. 10-point deficit for the Panthers, giving them 10-3 on this quarter. Still haven't sunk a field goal yet in this quarter. Minute 16, and we're about to wrap this one up. And as we do so, of course, we'll get into the discussion of the girls' game first. Afterwards, it'll be after the game will be the coronation. There are 3 candidates. We'll talk about that as well during the that time, as well as in the pregame. Under a minute to go, 39-29, and we will be right back in just a moment as we continue this bonus coverage of the JV game.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Jal in the bonus, as that is the 5th foul against Hagerman. 8.44 seconds remaining, and it is a 41-29 score. 2 more for Jal. As the first one goes up and does roll in. One more, now it'll be a 10-point difference, but with 8.44 seconds good to go, unlikely that Jal will be able to come back and be able to get in the lead again. This is the second one, going to be rebounded by Hagerman. And unless they just let it run out, that will be it. 3 seconds. One more opportunity as it gets walk, and that'll do it. So no shot on that one. Final score is going to be 41-30. So that makes it 4 for Jal, and for Hagerman, 12. 12-4 is the final quarter. We shall reset the score and see how much time we're going to get on here. I think we're starting a little late, but that's all right. We also have, like I said, the homecoming that'll be happening at the middle of the 2 games. Hagerman comes in here with a 2-15 record. They have lost 11 games in a row, and of course would not want to lose 12. However, Lady Panthers on a 1-game losing streak after facing Texaco here in Pantherland and Jal, New Mexico. Of course, this is the Jal High School campus. Jal comes in here with a 12-7 record, 2-1 on the district, and of course 0-5 for Hagerman. They've been playing a few more games than Jal has. They've made up more games, but Jal next week will have 3 games, and then the week after that they'll have 3 more games. So they are going to be pressed with the games. In fact, actually Hagerman, though, back-to-back games. Yesterday they played in Hagerman against Eunice, and that one did not go favorably for them as the final score was 46-32 after Eunice had the lead. In fact, they never relinquished it. 12-4 was the first quarter. Second quarter saw them tie at 13, but that didn't help the Hagerman situation as halftime saw the score at 25-17. Third quarter, Eunice was able to outscore Hagerman by 2, 11-9. And the fourth quarter, they outscored them by 4. Eunice 10, Hagerman 6, and the Lady Bobcats fell once again 46-32. That's a 14-point difference. Last time these two teams met was in Hagerman, and Jal was able to do pretty much similar things as Eunice did yesterday as far as grab the lead and hold on to it. 8-4 was the end of the first quarter. Second quarter saw Jal score 12 and hold Hagerman just to 2 points. In fact, Hagerman did not have but single-digit scoring in that game for every quarter. So the halftime score was 20-6. Third quarter saw Jal score a little bit. It was 7 points to the 2 that Hagerman was able to put up, and that made it 27-8. Fourth quarter, bit of an explosion as 13 points for Jal and just 4 points for Hagerman. Final score once again was 40-12. Not a great score for Jal, but good enough to be able to get that victory. So let's see what the district has shown for both sides so far. As again, this will be the halftime of the district, but due to the snowstorm, it is not going to be. There's 2 more games still for Jal. At least one is Loving, the other one's going to be Tatum. And we'll be facing Loving next Monday in Loving. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out because Loving has won a district game again. They've last 2 seasons they've won just one district as far as I remember correctly. And they were struggling on that a couple years ago to at least win one district game. So Tatum's on top, 4-0. Texaco is next with 3-1. They lost to Tatum, but they were able to beat Texaco was able to beat Jal in the last game. That's why they are 2-1 right now. Eunice holds a record of the district of 2-3. Loving once again 1-2, and Hagerman sits at the bottom at 0-5. Could be 0-6 or 1-5 depending on the outcome of this game. I'm not going to tell you what I'm thinking it's going to be, but nevertheless, it was Tatum who was able to go into. Actually, they went to Tatum, and Hagerman lost 62-21 in the convincing fashion. Next, went on the road again to Texaco and lost again. It's almost the same scoring, except they weren't able to score as much, 62-12. So 62 is their kryptonite, so to speak. Loving, it was 40-35, so they weren't able to beat Loving. Loving was able to win by 5, and then Eunice came in, and yesterday it was a 46-32 victory once again. And I don't have the 5th game. Let me see. Sometimes you miss these. Oh, yeah, that's right, Jal. Jal was the first one, of course. They again, they were unable to win that one. So for Jal, besides Hagerman, after that it was Eunice, and it was a one-sided affair for them, 61-21 right here in Jal. But it was turned around, and you play Texaco, and you find out that you're not as good as you think you are sometimes with a 54-31 loss to Texaco. But one of the better teams out there. And, of course, again, they also had to face Loving and Texaco, or actually Tatum, before getting back to the district. This is their second time to face Hagerman. Following this game will be on Monday. That'll be Loving once again. It shows for the Hagerman Bobcats. They'll be both facing Gateway Christian. That'll be also on Monday as well. Not a district game. Nevertheless, though, a game that is on the schedule on Max Preps. So just for those that are just wanting to know what's going on with the Jal Panthers, they're going to be hosting the first ever Jal Panther powerlifting meet. That'll be happening on Saturday, February 7th. It is scheduled to start at 9 a.m., and this is a dual meet with Eunice. The meet will be hosted in our weight room, and if you don't know where that is, just ask around, and they'll be able to tell you. But if you'd like to come and check it out, please do so. But also understand that we are limited on space, so first come, first serve, most likely. We are respectful, requesting parents, friends, and family members to watch their athletes compete and then step out of the gym once until their next attempt at a lift. Now, we simply do not have enough room for spectators to watch the whole meet, so just remember that. And if you need any other assistance, they'll be glad to oblige. Also, I want to let you know about the Jal Panther cheer team. They have won first place the other day. Didn't mention that, but they did win first place in both the game day as well as cheer with music. So congratulations to the cheer squad. They did a fantastic job. Let's go ahead and take a break. I'm going to get the lineups, and we're going to get this thing started as we are in pregame for the Hagerman Lady Bobcats versus the Jal Lady Panthers. Happening right here tonight in Jal, New Mexico. Be back in just a moment.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, 6 minutes to go before we get tip-off, or at least maybe even the national anthem. And we are underway. As just letting you know, or letting the station know what's going on. So let's get started with lineups. Let's start off with Hagerman and the Lady Bobcats. We're going to have the same lineup pretty much as we did last time we met this team, although, yeah, I do remember we did not have any didn't have any coverage on it simply because we didn't have an internet. Do apologize about that, but do have the numbers for that game. As it is going to be, let's see. Let me get out of that one. There we go. So the lineup is going to be Janet Torres, number 1. She'll be starting on the bench. She is a junior. Also have Ariana. It is actually, you know what? We've got a different one on here. Let's see. Ramirez. She's not on the lineup, but she will be. I said this squad played just yesterday in Hagerman versus Eunice. It was not a close game. Also, LaFay Graff, number 24, is going to be on the floor. She is a freshman. And they have a shallow bench just like Jal does. So let's get into it with Lupita Mendoza, 0. She'll be starting. She's a sophomore. Along with Rayanne Telemontes, number 3. It'll be Ariana Maglians, number 5. She's a senior. Actually, she is the only, no, there's one other senior on there. And she will be starting as well. Saisha Carrillo. And one more I'm missing, and that'll be Briley Rodriguez, or Briley Rodriguez. So of those, of course, they didn't have very much scoring opportunities in the last game that they placed against Jal. Mendoza had 4 points, so did Telemontes, along with Maglianis. She had 2 points, and 1 point for Rodriguez, the sophomore. They went 4 of 9 from the line, so they missed 5 opportunities to get some more points on the board. And the coach for the team is James Scott. As I get the last one in here, let's see, that was number 4. I think we saw her last year as well. She wasn't in the last game, but she is in this one. Alaya. Let's pause for a moment. I'm going to get the starting lineup for the Lady Panthers as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
All right. Hold on. Okay.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, for the lineup for the girls, the Lady Panthers, it'll be Alea Navarrete, the freshman, number 5, along with Peyton Lujan, Jana Butts, and Itzel Ramirez. And for the 5 starting, it's going to be Marian Nieto, the junior, had 15 points last time they faced this team. Also 15 points for Natalia Rivera, who's a sophomore, number 2. Number 4, Charisma Rodriguez, junior. Number 12, freshman Caden Lujan had 5 points against this squad. And it'll be Abigail Dardone, who had 2 points, a sophomore, at number 21. Introducing both lineups, starting off, of course, with Hagerman. And the one that I did not have, she is a 9th grader. So freshman. So there are 2 freshmen on this squad. Once again, coach on this squad is James Scott. With a 11-game losing streak, they want to break that. Now we're going over to Alea Navarrete, number 5, freshman. Peyton Lujan, number 10, sophomore. 13, Jana Butts, she's a captain, senior. Itzel Ramirez, 0 for 1 on the line last time these two faced. Captain also is Marian Nieto and Natalia Rivera. Now, Marian last time struggled a little bit on the line, but she made it up in the next game. It was 3 of 9 from the line. Natalia, not much better, 4 of 9 from the line. So that's some missed opportunities right there. Both of them, though, did score 15 points. So I want to see if they can do that again or maybe even more, as it wasn't too long ago that Marian had 32 points, and of course that was against Eunice. We're going to go ahead and take a pause to get the national anthem, and we'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage all right here on the Jal Panther Network. Stay tuned.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Welcome back once again. I'd like to thank our sponsor. Without him, of course, we would not be able to put these on the air, and definitely not for free. I appreciate you being here. This is Ron Gunner, Jared Bear on the camera as we're about to get underway for Game 1 of this doubleheader. It is going to be, of course, Lady Bobcats of Hagerman versus the Lady Panthers of Jal. And I know a lot of people out there are rooting for the Jal squad to get back in the winning side after that Texaco loss just the other day. In fact, it was just Tuesday, so Tuesday loss adds up to hopefully a Thursday win. The Nieto most likely going to be tipping off, and looks like that'll be against. That helps if I have the lineup in front of me. Let's see. Looks like that'll be Sisha Carrero. So getting everybody lined up. We are set on the clock. Both teams ready. Refs are ready, and we are all set to go as we get the tip off. And that'll be won against by the Panthers. Go back to Nieto. There's over to Caden Lujan. She works over to her right elbow. Gets a screen, gets inside, but loses the ball, but does get it by Dardone, so not a turnover, but now it's a turnover, as that is the first one. Intercepted by, that'll be Maglianis, her first. Maglianis with the ball, as she does get it over to her teammate on the left elbow. That'll be to Rodriguez. Breeley back to Maglianis. Up inside, and a nice little layup, and 2 for the squad. It looked like that was Breeley Rodriguez that got that one in. 2-0 already as we get this thing started. Back inside, underneath to Natalia. Got her own rebound, but really missed that one on that second try. And we'll go back the other way. That'll be the first rebound for Telemontes. Blocked, and Charisma gets the steal on that one. That's her first. Try to put it in, but no, misses it. Instead, be another turnover. That's 2 in a row, as Natalia was trying to get that up and missed. So it'll be out of bounds. Last touch looks like by Jal. We are loud and clear here as we both sides have had 2 turnovers. Getting in the backcourt still, Hagerman as this full court press against by Jal. Going to get it upstream and find the lane open. And that'll be 2 points for Mendoza. She had 4 points in the last game. Already 4-0. They've outscored themselves pretty much from the first game that was held in Hagerman. Nieto underneath with a basket that is going to go in as she had an open lane. And nicely done. She cut the lane up there on the right-hand side. 4-2 is the score. And a press once again as Jal is trying to intimidate, test this offense for Hagerman. And so far, that is a turnover last touched by Hagerman, looks like. So inbound the ball will be Charisma. 5:47 to go in the first. Gets it off to Natalia, and now back over to Caden Lujan, to Rodriguez, and that'll be, actually that's Ramirez, and that is going to be a 2 for Charisma Rodriguez. Ties the game at 4. Back across the timeline, going to be knocked out by Nieto, and the fight for the ball, it looks like last touch it was by Hagerman, as that was Telemontes who had the ball as she went out of bounds. Turnover number 3 for Hagerman. 4-4 is the score. 5:25 is the time in the first quarter. As we get a substitution coming in, it'll be going out will be Guerrero. Also for Jal, Alea Navarrete, the freshman, is going to be coming in, and she did. To Nieto, top of the arc, back over to Caden Lujan, to the left, or right now, to Abigail Dardone. And now to Natalia inside. She's going to feed it to Nieto, and she's going to be able to lay it up and put it right in, as she knows how to do. First lead for Jal, 6-4 is the score, 5:01. Whistle as we have a foul. Let's see who that's going to be going against. So that'll be Jal, first one for. That'll be Navarrete, first team foul as well. So 5:01, inbound the ball as they try to get it in, but instead it is a bad pass. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Rodriguez, and that'll be Breeley Rodriguez. She has 2 points so far in this game. So turnover number 4 for Hagerman. Over to Natalia, back across on the right wing, and it goes out of bounds. It was a little too much mustard on that for Navarrete, and it'll be turnover number 3 for Jal. Right into the hands of Rodriguez as she gets it across the timeline for the sophomore on the right wing. 4:50 to go. And now it is Mendoza who has the ball, and she does a little stumble on that one. And turnover number 5 for Hagerman. They had a lot of turnovers last night's game, but actually both sides did, Eunice and Hagerman. In fact, it seemed like at one point they were just trying to give each other some presence and see who would be able to turn it over more. Nevertheless, so back with it. 4:40 is the time right now as it's in the hands of Natalia. Back into it. Underneath was Nieto, unable to get the shot, but she does draw the foul. And that'll be foul number 2, or actually number 1 against the team. First one against Graff as she is in the game. So inbound the ball over to Natalia. She's going to put it up a runner, misses it, it goes in and out. And it'll be rebounded by, that'll be Navarrete, her first. Nieto with the ball. Nice teardrop right there as she's got 6 points of the 8-4 Jal Panthers. We got a break. 4:20 is what we've got on the clock. 8-4 is the score. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here thanks to one of our sponsors.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, we are back, and it is 8-4 is the score, and I love to say that. It's always fun to do. Hagerman Bobcats, Lady Bobcats, are going to be inbound of the ball here, and they do get it. Full court press once again, held on by the Jal Lady Panthers, trying to keep it to a 10-second violation, as it is turned over, and it is stolen by Natalia, her first. Three-pointer on the way from Caden. And that is going to go off the back, but it is rebounded by, that'll be Navarrete, her second. Over to Caden Lujan, top of the arc. And over to her right wing inside will be Natalia. She's going to run it in. Cut up a floater, misses the shot. It'll be rebounded by, that'll be Braylee Rodriguez, her first. Trying to find an opening as that defense is going to be strangling this Lady Bobcats team. Another blocked one is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Nieto. Tried to get the ball, but ran out of real estate, unfortunately. 3:32 remaining. As one of the things that this Jal Lady Panther team does do is to slow down most of the opponents that they face. I'm going to throw that way out there, and let's see if it's going to be tracked down. It is, as that was Mendoza who was able to track it down for the Bobcats. Get it inside to the left wing now. That'll be to Rodriguez. Going to be a block foul against the offense. And that'll go for team number 2 foul. And that'll be against, actually it's team number 3 foul, against LaFay Graff. She's had 3 already. All 3 of them are on her. 3:19 to go. 8-4 is the score. And Nieto gets it over to Dardon near the top of the arc as she drives the lane, stops, and passes it to where she thought her teammate was, but instead it's out of bounds. Turnover number 4. Thought she saw somebody there, but unfortunately that was not the case as the pass goes out of bounds. 3:09 to go. Inbounding will be in the backcourt, of course, once again, as Lady Bobcats do get across the timeline with Braylee Rodriguez. Now over to the right wing to Mendoza. Mendoza going to feed it off on her left elbow, and finally she gets it over to Maglianis, who tries to drive the lane but instead misses and go out of bounds. Last touch by Jal. That'll be, of course, Itzel Ramirez, who is in the game right now. Itzel Ramirez had 0 for 1 on the free throw line. That will be a foul on, looks like that is, actually that would have been wrong. That's, oh wait, it says number 5. So that would be on Navarrete, that's right. So no foul on that one, just goes out of bounds. Turnover for Hagerman as it goes the other way. Got caught over there in the corner, and it looks like it is going to be Itzel Ramirez who's going to draw the foul. Nope, it just went out of bounds. So no foul on that one. 2:37 to go. 8-4 still. It's been a bit of a drought on the scoring. As it is once again, Briley Rodriguez with the ball. Gets it to her right wing. To Maglianos. And a bad pass as trying to get it to Graff to get it underneath to for a nice easy layup. Instead goes out of bounds. Turnover number 8 for Hagerman. 2:23 to go in this first quarter. Inside Nieto, she's going to drive the lane, get triple team. She's going to lay it up anyway. A nice righty as she has had 8 points so far in this game. And it is now 10-4. 10-4, good buddy, as we go the other way. Loses the handle, but also traveled as well. And that is going to be turnover number 9 for Hagerman. That was in the hands of Briley Rodriguez, who had 2 points. Actually, no, she had 1 point in the last game, 1 or 2 from the line. Turnover, though, quickly for Jal as Hagerman gets another opportunity to inbound the ball in the front court. 2:04 to go in the first. Going to go ahead and get it to the right wing. Could not handle the inbound. That was Maglianos. And turnover number 10 now for Hagerman. So Jal once again going to inbound the ball. And a little high-fi action from Nieto to the ref unexpectedly. As he gets to the hands of Kaden Lujan, over to Nieto, top of the arc. And inside to Itzel Ramirez, 2-pointer for that one. And she has already matched her point production from the last game that these two have faced. Turnover, that'll be a steal for Nieto. Goes back the other way quickly, and now into the hands of Itzel Ramirez. Nieto going to feed Jonna Butts. Back to Nieto. 2 on the way. Done and done as the assist goes to Jonna Butts. So we've got a score now of 14-4. It is a 10-point lead, the biggest of the game so far. And now a shove push foul. And that'll be unfortunately going against Jonna Butts, her first, after that nice little assist. 1:24 to go in the first quarter. 14-4, 10-point lead. As inbound of the ball will be Hagerman once again. Almost lost it, but did get the bounce back for Rodriguez. As she's going to cross the timeline. Being worked against by Itzel Ramirez. Now over to her right wing for Mendoza. As she goes to the left, uses up her dribble. Takes it to Maglianos. 3 on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. That was going to be 4. Looked like that was Rodriguez. Player on the floor, that's Nieto. As she gets up slowly, but she did get up. Meanwhile, losing the ball for Jal, going back the other way. And nope, actually it'll be back again as Nieto in the strategic way got the ball stolen off that bad pass. 46.31 seconds remaining, and it's going to be a foul, and that'll be against Lupita Mendoza, her first, and just the team's third actually. So team's third. And that'll be a shooting foul. Puts up 2 for Kaden Lujan. First one is up, and it'll be off the side of the rim, backside, and no good. One more opportunity to get a point on the board. She's already actually this is her first attempts at points for Kaden Lujan. 46.31. Second one is up, and similar to the first, rebounded by Nieto, her first. Into the hands of Abigail Dardone. And now Peyton Lujan, who is in the game right now, top of the arc, is going to go ahead and get it inside to Nieto. Back to Peyton Lujan. She's got a 3 open, and she's going to take it. She misses everything, though, as it is a rebound fight. And the long rebound is going to go to Rodriguez, her second. With 20 seconds to go, it is Hagerman with the ball. Trying to get it inside, but it's going to be dropped to the floor. Mendoza, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch looks like by Hagerman. So Jal with 16.52 seconds can add to their lead, as it is Kaden Lujan with the ball, looking at the coach, trying to get the final call with 10 seconds to go as she crosses the timeline. Inside Nieto, going to go ahead and feed underneath to Jonna Butts. Misses that layup. and tries to fight for the rebound, but instead goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butts with 42.42 seconds remaining in this first. 14-4 once again is the score, and that'll be the end of the first. 14-4. We've got a break. We're going to take it. We're going to be right back as we continue to thank our sponsors for letting us do all this. Without, of course, we would have to charge. We do not, and we are very happy with it, whether we are on YouTube or on HobbsAmerica.com. Be back in a moment.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Lynn both sides with double figures is 10 points. And, last time these two faced, it was an 8-4 first quarter. And now it is 14-4, so the Jal Panthers are doing a whole lot better on the scoring side, of course. Once again, Marian Nieto with 10 of those points, 10 of the 14. The other scorers are Charisma Rodriguez with 2 and Itzel Ramirez with 2 as well. Nobody's gone to the line for the Jal Lady Panthers. Meanwhile, Hagerman also has not gone to the free throw line. Actually, no, that's right. It was Caden Lujan who was 0 for 2 from the line. And it was Mendoza who scored a bucket, as well as Briley Rodriguez, the sophomore. In fact, both of those are sophomores, so both these squads are rather young as they're growing up in this sport. Start of the second quarter, and Hagerman with the ball. Going to get double teamed, and it will be a jump ball on that one going towards Jal. So it'll be a turnover for Hagerman. First one of the quarter. So they already had 11 turnovers in the first. Now they have 12 altogether for the game. Dart on inside to Natalia. She puts it up. Just a little too much mustard, but it's rebounded by Charisma Rodriguez. Gets it over to Nieto. And now it'll be in the hands back of Nieto as if Natalia was able to get it. Misses that shot. Rebounded. That'll be by Breeley. That is her third. Or Briley. Puts up a shot, misses. Rebound once again. That's the second one for Nieto. Going to be a charge foul, unfortunately, as she had set her feet. Looks like that was against Briley Rodriguez. So with 7:19 to go and a turnover for Jal. That's the first one of the second quarter. And we've got Mendoza going to be inbound of the ball for the Hagerman Bobcats, Lady Bobcats. Stumbled on that one. She caught herself. She didn't know what to do. And Maglianos turns the ball over, number 2 for the quarter. And back the other way will be the Jal Panthers as they're underneath their baskets in their front court. Gonna go ahead and get that out. It was blocked. That was in the hands of Correa. And one more opportunity with 7:18 to go in the second. Nicely done as it goes right up and in. 2 more points for the red-hot Marian Nieto. Steal once again as it is Caden Lujan who's able to get the ball. Another turnover. Try to put it up for 2 as Natalia. Misses, gets her own rebound. And will be whistled. 16-14, 6:56 to go. Or 16-4, actually. I'm trying to give them points. On the way will be Natalia for 2. The first one is going to go up and drop it right in. First free throw attempt of the game, and she hits it. That'll be foul number 2, and I guess they fixed that too. It's now foul number 2 against Graff. They had him at 3 before. So missed the second one. Rebounded, that will be by Mendoza, her first. But a steal and goes back the other way. That was another turnover for Hagerman. Unfortunately, that'll be a foul against. Yep, it'll be a foul against Nieto, her first for the captain. So second turnover for Jal. 17-14, 6:49 to go in the first half. And now it is in the hands of Maglianos. She gets across the timeline over the right-hand side. She's going to go coast to coast, but loses the handle on the ball. Does pick it back up again before it is Abigail Dardone who picks it up and takes it the other way. First one for her. Three-pointer on the way. Misses out the front for Dardone. And the rebound will be Jonna Butts. She tries to get a shot up. Misses that shot. But she did get the rebound. And quickly the other way. Once again, that'll be in the hands of Rodriguez on the left wing. Going to get a couple of Jal Panthers over there as we get the timeout. She could not get the ball out as no help was coming to get her out of that. 6:12 to go. 17-4 is the score. That's right, 1 out of 2 from the line just a moment ago. We're back in. Actually, we're not going to go anywhere. Once again, the homecoming is going to be performed during the between the two games. So for the girls, it'll be Ebony Aguilar along with Jaden Mendoza or Janice Ramirez. One of those three are going to be crowned homecoming queen. We've got for the guys, Steven Cervantes, Darian Navarrete, or Zekas Ramas, who are all, of course, playing today. One of those gentlemen will be crowned king of the homecoming. So that'll be happening once again in the middle of the two games, right after this girls game. Of course, we're in the second quarter right now. 6:12 to go. 17-4 is the score. Back in the hands of Mendoza. Pushes it all the way over to the right wing. Inside, she's all alone. If she can get that shot, she does. But she misses it for Correa and will be rebounded by. That'll be Abigail Dardone. That whistle dead, turn around, and another turnover for Jal, number 3. It'll be a three-pointer on the way and hits it, and that is going to be by Maglianos. Her first, the team's first anyway, Trey. And that gives them 7 points. Nieto on the way, and that'll be a block foul. She tries to put it up on the right wing, and it goes over. She's going to get 2 for that one. She's been 1 or 2 on the line so far, and she's been the only other player that has been shooting besides Lujan, Kaden Lujan, who missed her opportunity. First one is a miss as well. 1 of 3 from the line so far. She's missed 2 in a row. Last time the two faced each other in Hagerman, she was 4 of 9. Misses that one as well, 1 of 4. Not a good look, as that is rebounded by Maglianos. Her first. Almost lost the handle, goes ahead and passes it off on the left elbow to Mendoza. And now to the right wing. Tried to find something, but loses up her dribble, and she's going to get back over to Mendoza on the left wing. Left elbow now for Maglianos. And now to the right. Almost got away with a travel on that one, but instead she's having trouble keeping the ball handle, and it is going to be stripped away by Natalia. Natalia with her second steal. Dardone, on the other hand, with a nice easy basket. 2 for her, and 2 more for the Panthers. 19-7 with just under 5 minutes to go, and it's passed right to the coach, of course, Coach James Scott. Let's see, it may have been touched last by Jal. Some substitutions are coming in, and it was. So 19-7, just under 5 minutes to go. In the backcourt still, no pressure. Almost made a bad pass on the line, and now she got it tipped, so it'll be continue to be Hagerman ball. This time around, tipped again. 2-on-1, and it will be Hagerman still with the possession of the ball. Is in the backcourt. All right, back to the front. Dardone knocks it out of bounds with 4:31 to go. 19-7 is the score so far. And it is going to be a foul. Looks like that'll be against Dardone. Team's third. Abigail getting her first. Once again, getting across the timeline to Mendoza. Loses the handle, picked up by Kaden Lujan. That's her first steal and the 5th turnover for Hagerman. Underneath is, that was going to be a try for, looks like that was Natalia as she goes to the floor, but instead She'll earn a trip for 2 more on the line. 1 of 4 is what she's got so far, with 4:14 to go in the first half. Foul on the other hand is going to go against Rodriguez. Briley Rodriguez, her first, team's third, as that first one does not make it. One more opportunity, as she is 1 of 4, 1 of 5 actually from the line. This one, though, also misses, 1 of 6, and rebound of the ball will be Kaden Lujan. Three-pointer on the way, and she get for Dardone. Another shot for Kaden for a three-pointer on the way, and it will be, let's see, rebounds for Dardone. And it was also Navarrete who got a rebound. Couldn't get it back up there, but did draw the foul. Foul will be against. That'll be the second one for Telementes. So one more, and Jal will be in the bonus force for the team right now for the Hagerman squad. Going out will be Dardone. Coming in is going to be Peyton Lujan, and it'll also be Kaden Lujan as well on the floor together. In and out, so that'll be missed. That was actually Nieto who had that, not. So 2 more points on the board. And it loses the handle. That'll be up. Oh, and a bad collision as she hits the floor where the cheerleaders are. It looks to be all right. 3:32 or 3:22 to go. We've got a substitution coming in, as this is going to be Graf going in. Coming out will be Saisha. Saisha? Yes, that's one. Over once again to, that would be Graf. To the right wing now, to Maglianos. Back to Graf. Trying to go, went to the left wing for a 3 on the way, and it's going to be in and out. No, actually it's just going to hit the rim. It'll be rebounded by, that'll be Graf, her first. As that three-pointer was taken by Rodriguez. Loses the handle, going to be picked up by Jana. And Nieto with the ball, going to go ahead and run that over, and left side misses that shot. Going to be rebounded by, that'll be Alaya Rodriguez, her first. Got a timeout on the floor. 2:38 to go. 24-7 is the score. I do have that right, as it is turned over by Jal. They're 5th in this quarter. They've had 11 so far, but not compared to, they have 16 or 17 actually for Hagerman so far. It'll be a block foul. That'll be against Jana Butts. I do believe that is her second for the team captain. 4 for each side now. Both teams have 4 fouls. Any one more foul from either side will put the other in bonus. 2:32 to go, 24-7. Last week it was 12-2 was the score, 20-6 was the halftime score. So definitely not the same as it was just last week in Hagerman. Putting up 2 free throws. First one is going to go up and hit the back of the mark. That's me for Mendoza. As once again, it was Jana Butts who earned the foul, her second one. Second one is up and off the back again. Rebound by Nieto, her third. As she gets it across to Peyton Lujan. Nieto now gets it underneath and pushes it in. That was a assist from Peyton. And 2 more points from Nieto. Couldn't tell if that was a, well, that was a loss of ball for Hagerman. So one of the players is actually tying their shoe. Turnover for Hagerman, that'll be the 7th of the quarter. Nieto inside to Natalia. She's going to get underneath, maybe a little too far underneath. Took a shot, missed, and Maglianos with the rebound. Now in the hands of Rodriguez. Briley looking around. Going to go ahead and try to get inside the lane. Nope, going to back out again. Go to her left this time against Nieto. She's going to knock it out of her hand, but that'll be a push foul against offensive away from the ball. And that'll be against Graff, her third. And team's fifth foul, but since it was an offensive foul, no shots on for free throws. But now they're in bonus, the Jal Panthers are. As that is Itzel Ramirez going to her right wing to Peyton Lujan. Going to be blocked by Maglianos, trying to pick it up. Does not steal, so she hasn't gotten possession yet. And that's going to be a jump ball. And that will go into the hands of Hagerman, looks like. So it will be officially a turnover for Jal, number 6 on the quarter. Inbound of the ball will be Briley Rodriguez, number 10. Actually, that'll be sophomore. Back to Rodriguez on the left wing. She's going to try to work it around. She gets double teamed, and it will be a travel as she was worked against by Marion Nieto. So 1:30 to go, 26-7 is the score. Itzel Ramirez with the ball right now as she crosses the timeline. She's going to feed it off to her left wing, to Navarrete. Inside to Natalia, and she's going to get it to Jonna Butts for a three-pointer. Actually, that's Itzel Ramirez. She misses that opportunity and rebounded by Mendoza, her second. Mendoza takes it coast to coast, pushes it up, and that will be a foul against Hagerman, looks like. And that'll be a charge against Mendoza, her second. So again, offensive foul will not put them to the line with no 1:09 to go as both teams are in bonus. 1:05, and it is Navarrete with the ball over to Peyton Lujan, back to inside. Natalia with the ball, and nice layup on the righty as she puts it in. Nice teardrop for two. Her first points, her first bucket of the game. Turnover again. That'll be another turnover for Hagerman. It'll go out of bounds. This time it will be a turnover against Jal. That'll be 7 for them in this quarter. 28-7 is the score. We've got the homecoming coming up after this game. Going to get blocked and be taken by Natalia. That is her third, but turned over once again by both sides. So each one giving a turnover, nothing given off of that one. 3 on the way, off the back of the rim, no good. That was for Maglianos. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hagerman. And so with 21.3 seconds to go, Jal one more opportunity as it is 28-7 in the first. Itzel inside, and Nieto going to go ahead and drive the lane. Push up a shot. Natalia with the rebound. She tries to get it, and it is Nieto with a rebound as well. So both with rebounds, misses the shot. And now back to Navarrete with 1 second. Shoot, and misses off the side. So try to get it, but instead 28-7 is the score. We're in the third quarter. And we'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage all right here on the Jal Sports Network. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online.
Try that again. All right, so while I was watching, I didn't realize there was a tech. And that is going to be up against that is Navarrete, the freshman. And she misses both of those. So now we're at halftime as once again the score is 28-7. And we've got, of course, halftime festivities coming up here in just a second. Thanks again for watching. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County
thanks.
athletics.
All right, thank you much for being here as we have the halftime report. I'm going to start off with the Hagerman Lady Bobcats, who have earned quite a lot of turnovers, just like they did last night. Maybe again, with the back-to-back games, that is not going to be helping your psychic at all. Let's see, that is, looks like 23 turnovers for Hagerman so far in this first half. They do have nobody in, of course, double figures, as they only have 7 points. And just like last time, it was 6 points for the Lady Bobcats against this squad at home. Right now, though, it is Mendoza with 2 points, 0 for 2 from the line. They do have a tray, and that is to Maglianos. She dropped that one in the second. And she has her 3 points there and 2 rebounds. Also 2 rebounds for Mendoza as well. Briley Rodriguez, the other one, so they have 3 in scoring so far for the Lady Bobcats with 2 points and 3 rebounds. Also an assist for the sophomore, Rianne Telemontos. Also a steal, actually that was a steal, yes, for Maglianos as well. So Graff unable to score, but she has had a rebound so far in this game. Over 2 on the line is the team. Once again, the only one that has shot is Mendoza. Meanwhile, 1 of 12, unfortunately. That is 11 missed shots between Nieto and Natalia Rivera. Also from Kaden Lujan, 0 for 4 from the line. I had a bucket for 2, but I didn't see who it was, so I'll find out later on who did that. But so far, I've got 14 points for Nieto, and she had 15 points the last time these two teams met, so she's already on a roll. Remember, it was just against Eunice just last week that she had 32 points, one of her career highs, I am sure. 8 rebounds is what Nieto also has, 2 steals. And it has been for turnovers, 13 for this game so far for the Jal Lady Panthers. Besides the only one in double figures, we also have 5 points from Abigail Dardon. She dropped a tray of her own. So it's been 1 and 1 on the tray side. 2 points from Itzel Ramirez. And once again, Caden Lujan, no points as she's been 0 for 4 from the line. Charisma Rodriguez dropped in a bucket as well. And I'm missing 2 somewhere, but again, I'm not sure exactly who hit that one, but these things happen sometimes. 28-7 is the score, as you can see. The guys are warming up for their game, but they're also going to have a little bit of delay once again because of the homecoming situation. And let's go ahead and run down the names on both sides, both for the King and Queen. Let's start with Queen, as ladies are always first. The candidates, or the possible Queen winners, could be either Ebony Aguilar, Jaden Mendoza, or Janice Ramirez. We're going to find out once again at that time with the coordination. They're going to be introduced, and then we'll find out the winner before the boys start playing, or actually before they start even warming up like they're doing right now. For the guys, it'll be all basketball. So it'll either be Steven Cervantes, Devane Navarrete, or Zekas Ramos. Let's see who's going to win that one as well. Any bets? No, we don't bet on high school sports, especially with the King and Queen coming up later on, like I said, after this game and before the boys get underway. 2:45 to go, and let's go ahead and thank our sponsors. The only way we know how. Let's play some more spots. I'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Sports Network, whether you're watching it on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube, and you can also watch this anytime afterwards. You don't have to watch it live, but it is always fun to do, especially when the Jal Panthers are playing so well so far. Be back in a moment.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, we are congratulating Marian Nieto, who has just gotten her 1,000 points for her career. Congratulations to Marian Nieto. Once again, I think the 32 points in that Eunice game really did help cement that accomplishment. So you're seeing it right there from the backside. And they are dedicating it to her right now. once again. She's a junior, and so she's got one more season to go, as we know. You know, she's already got 14 points so far, maybe even 16 if I'm not mistaken. But nevertheless, though, she is working her second 1,000 points starting today. All kinds of congratulations for her. And now they're going to get back on the floor and do it some more. Once again, 28-7 is the score. And I love that. I love it when I can rhyme. It doesn't happen very often, does it? No, it does not. But nevertheless, though, third quarter is getting underway. Thanks again for being here and watching wherever you are. This can be worldwide. And that's one of the great reasons why we love it on the internet. It is not limited. Into the hands of Kaden Lujan. She's thought about getting to the left. Now, right, she does. Inside of Natalia, and she gets it underneath. Nicely done. Assist from Rodriguez. And Natalia with 2 points. Quickly the other way, 2 more points, and this time it's going to be by Charisma Rodriguez. And they are scoring faster than I can keep up with it so far, but that's a good thing, as it is a 4-0 run so far early, and it's not even 30 seconds into this third quarter. Back again, and tipped. Going to be Dardon who's going to knock it out of bounds. Could not get the rebound or get that ball from before it went out of bounds. And so we'll be back in the hands of Telemontes. Once again to Maglianis. And now over to Rodriguez. She's going to lose it. Last touched by, looks like that could have been Charisma Rodriguez. So inbound of the ball would be Mendoza for the Lady Bobcats. Back over to, that is Maglianos. Gets it across the timeline. Bad pass, but gets it to her teammate. Now that was even worse pass, as it is stolen by Charisma. And lays it up for a missed shot. Rebound by Nieto, who had 8 in the first. And that is Rivera with a shot. Misses that one and will go the other way. Briley almost lost the handle on that one. In fact, go out of bounds. Turnover for Hagerman. So 3 turnovers already in this third quarter for Hagerman. Now to the right wing to Charisma. Going to go ahead and work a little bit inside. Feed it to Natalia. Puts up a shot, misses. Rebound will be by Nieto. Her 10th, or 9th, I mean. Missed the shot, will be rebounded. That'll be 4. That'll be Telemontes, her second. As once again, Briley trying to get it worked around. Misses the ball and will be picked up and stolen once again by Charisma, her third. As it is Kane Lujan who is able to get that one up and in. She had 5 points in the last game. 6:15 to go in the third quarter, and we've got a timeout taken by Hagerman. And we'll take one with it. 34-7 is the score. Be back in 30 seconds right here on the Jal Panthers Sports Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, looks like it'll be a double-double for Nieto, as Marian has 9 rebounds so far, from my count anyway. And, of course, she's already got her 14 at least points. She earned her 1,000 for her career. And, again, she's just a junior. So, as one person said, the best is yet to come. Speaking of which, though, we've got third quarter and then fourth quarter. After that, we'll have homecoming, and then the boys will be playing against or hosting the Bobcats of Hagerman for game number 2 of the district for them, for each side. As it is now in the hands of Briley. Double teamed on that one, as it is a 4-court press. Looks like they may lose the ball. Nope, instead picked it up. Able to get it across the timeline just in time. Maglianos with the ball on the right wing. Work it to the top, near the timeline. She's going to back it up a little bit. work her offense as she's looking around. Feeds it to the right or left wing. And that is going to be for Briley. Now back over to Mendoza, left, right wing. I'm going to get my numbers right sooner or later. And now to the top graph. Maglianos against Rivera. And now to the left-hand side. Lost the handle. Had to fight it to get it out. And it'll be Natalia with the ball as she strips it. Puts up a shot and misses. Natalia with the, actually it's Nieto with the rebound. 3 on the way. Misses. And that'll be rebounded by Navarrete, who has 6, I believe. Foul underneath as it was a shot taken by Rivera. She's going to go to the line. She unfortunately is 1 of 6 from the line. Let's see if she can improve her odds. Nope, actually it won't be a shooting foul. So she won't be going to it, but it will be a foul against number 2 for Briley Rodriguez. Now over to Caden Lujan. And Lujan tries to go underneath. Instead, double dribble as she backed out. She's trying to get it around, but instead being guarded by Rodriguez. Tried to step forward, and that's when she got the double dribble. So a turnover for Jal, their first in this quarter. Back over to Briley. All the way across to Maglianos. And it is Arena, who has the ball right now. Inside, try to pass it to Graff, but instead goes out of bounds. Will be a turnover number 4 for the Hagerman Lady Bobcats. And Abigail Dardone. Abby is going to inbound the ball to Caden Lujan. 34-7 is the score. 4:40 is the time. As it gets over to Abigail Dardone on the left wing. Inside to Nieto. Back out again to Navarrete. Trying to feed it to Nieto. She does. And Graff with the foul as she bodied her up. That'll be the second one for, actually no, it's not going to be a foul. It'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Jal. Turnover number 2. So inbound of the ball will be Telemontes. Over to Briley with the ball. Going to get punched out. And last touch by Dardone. So no turnover. 4:21 to go. And we'll be inbound the ball once again for the Lady Bobcats. Sophomore Rianne inbounds it. And it'll be out of bounds. Tried to get it from going out of bounds, but instead steps on the line was Mendoza. So that'll be turnover number 5 for Hagerman in this quarter. Inbound of the ball now will be Abigail Dardone. Caden Lujan. Kiddo is going to have the ball. Going to drive up the middle. Loses the handle. Nieto with the ball over to Itzel Ramirez. And I say that is Navarrete. And a shot of 3 misses. Goes out of bounds. Last touched. It's going to be by, actually looks like that was going to be Hagerman. So we got to get a Jal player up there. Yes, we do finally. Nieto back to the 3 and over to underneath the basket for Natalia. Nice feed, and it goes in for 2. I believe that was an assist by Navarrete, her second. Out of bounds and a quick turnover for Hagerman. That's her 6th of this quarter. They've had 29 so far in the game. 36-7, 3:52 remaining in the third quarter. We're getting closer and closer to the 35 mercy rule for the game. To Navarrete. Going to feed it inside to Nieto. She's going to lose the handle. And it was Graff who was able to finally track it down and get it for a steal. That is going to be her first. Briley with the ball. Loses it out of bounds. Last touch looks like it'll be by Navarrete. So no loss or no turnover for Hagerman this time around, as it'll be Mendoza once again. Lepete to inbound for Hagerman. To Rodriguez, Briley crosses the timeline with those orange or pinkish orange, anywhere the high glow shoes. Jonna Butts knocks it down, and it is Nieto who picks it up for the steal. Tries a long pass from Peyton and just could not get it to her. Turnover number 4 for Jal. Marion with her shoe tie real quick. As inbound of the ball will be Briley from Hagerman. 3:05 to go in the third quarter. Still not in mercy rule. Huge inbound from the backcourt, or two, almost to the backcourt. To Mendoza, over to Graff, right wing. That is Navarrete, who is trying to get the ball, but instead they both go out of bounds. And it should still be Hagerman ball, and it is, as they are inbounding. Backcourt for Briley. She gets it back to the front court, over to Mendoza on the right wing. And that'll be a whistle. Oh, that'll be a timeout. So timeout on the floor from Hagerman. 36-7 is the score. 2:46 remaining in the third quarter. And we shall return in just 30 seconds as we continue coverage right here. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in a moment.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
So far with 10 rebounds and 14 points, possibly 16 for Nieto. She's already gotten her 1,000 of her career, and she is just a junior. Thanks for being here with us. 36-7 is the score as we're in the third quarter still. About to get into the fourth quarter, and we are dangerously close to that 35 rule for the Mercy on this game. We had it just last week. Actually, it was like 10 days ago. Usually we play the lineup before we get back to the top of the order, but instead, because of that snowstorm, we have to play Hagerman now, and we still have a couple of games left from Loving and for Tatum. Stolen, and that is going to be by Nieto. Going to go coast to coast. 2 more points, and she is on fire. 4 steals so far in this game for Marion. Back the other way quickly is Mendoza over to Briley. Rodriguez back to her left wing to Mendoza. She's going to get a push foul. That'll be against Itzel Ramirez, and she knows what she did, but it's hard to take that back once it's done. First team foul for Jal, and first for her as well. Oh, that's right. So inbound the ball, and it's going to be out. It's going to be a bad pass. Is that going to be last touch looked like by Hagerman? Nope, instead blocked. And so Hagerman retains the ball. Nieto out. Natalia back in. So it is Itzel Ramirez along with Navarrete. Also Jana and Peyton Lujan. 3 on the way, missed. Rebounded by Jana. Jana with her 3rd rebound as it gets across the timeline. In the hands of Peyton. Peyton's going to go ahead and get a draw foul, looks like. She was almost in the area of a shoot. Substitution coming in, that'll be Maglianos. Going out will be Telemontes. And getting the foul will be Correa. That'll be the senior. That'll be team number 2 foul. 2:03 to go in this third quarter as it is given to Peyton Lujan once again. Turns around, feeds it off to Jana, but misses, goes out of bounds. Last touch, though, by Hagerman. Just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Feeds it back out again. That'll be to Navarrete. And the freshman turns it over to the right wing. Now back to Navarrete. The freshman drives the lane, gets double teamed, goes ahead, pushes up a shot, misses. Rebound by Butts. Also misses hers, and she gets 2 in a row on the rebounds, giving her 5 now. 3-pointer on the way, misses off the front of the rim. Natalia with the rebound. And she is going to draw the foul as she tried to push it back up again. So a shooting foul for Natalia as it goes against. That'll be the freshman Ramirez. Her first, team's third. First one going up for Natalia. In and out, no good. And she has not been very accurate. Just 1 of 6, 1 of 7 now from the line. One more opportunity for Natalia. That one goes in and out, no good. And rebound off the hands of, that'll be Mendoza. So Jal will retain the ball. Just need to work on those free throws. It's Ramirez inbounding it to Jana. She's going to put up a shot and misses. Rebound finally by Rivera. It'll be her 6th. Out of bounds, and it will go off the hand last of Riley Rodriguez. She's shaking her hand now. It was a bit of a hard throw, but with 1:22 to go, 38-7. Not a lot of scoring in this third quarter. Just 10, none for Hagerman so far as they've been scoreless in this quarter. To Navarrete. Tries to get it to Itzel Ramirez. Does after that block. Tries to put up a shot, misses. Going to be rebounded by, that'll be Jonna Butts. And Natalia up again. Another trip to the line for her. With 1:05 to go. 2 more. Like I said, she has only made 1 free throw, and that was the first one. She has been 0 for since. And this is, let's see, 2, 4, 6. 1 of 8. Now she is 2 of 9, thankfully. One more opportunity to get it, and she can get 40 points. And, of course, that'll be the biggest lead of the game so far. Rivera taking it. And 2 for 2 on that one. So a little bit of a redemption on that one with 1:04 to go in this third quarter. 33-point lead for the Jal Lady Panthers. Maglianos over to the right wing to Mendoza. And now back over to Torres. Janet Torres, the junior, is going to drive the lane. Lose the handle, and it'll be picked up by Jonna Butts. Going to feed it up to a streaking Navarrete. And it will be a shooting foul, looks like. Yes, indeed. Foul is going to go against Maglianos, her second. And the 5th team foul. So either way, that would have been a shooting foul, as Navarrete is going to go up to the line. First time on the free throw. And misses the first shot. So struggles again happening for the Jal Lady Panthers as we got one more opportunity with 42.58 seconds. That one goes, rattles in and out, no good. So 0 for 2 on the line. Back to Mendoza, over to Maglianos. Goes to her left, running shot, and it will bank off the back. 2 more points, or 2 points for Maglianos. She's already had 3 already. 22 seconds to go to the right wing for Navarrete. Inside to Natalia. She's going to feed up against 2, bank it, and get 2 more points for her cause. She's had 12. 12 points for her as 2 seconds, last second chance. Nope, that's going to be blocked. It was blocked by Jonna Butts. Against, that was Janet Torres, the junior. So we're going to go in the fourth quarter. It'll be a 42-9 score. We'll be back in just 30 seconds as we continue coverage right here. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in a moment.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Hagerman finally being able to get that 2 points in just before the third quarter expired, but they only had 2 points. Jal comes in to the fourth quarter with 14 in the third. And thank you much for being here as Jal so far rolling. It's a 33-point lead. 2 more points, and we'll get it into Mercy Rule for this one. After this, of course, it's me homecoming. And we'll be celebrating, and I'll tell you again who are the candidates on both sides. But right now, though, we've got some basketball to take care of. But the only one that scored in the third quarter was Magdalenas. So inbound of the ball will be Hagerman. The back court. Going to go ahead and get that across the timeline to Mendoza. And now a three-pointer on the way. Air ball, but it will be rebounded by Maglianos. She's going to draw the foul. She has her third rebound. Let's see who gets the contact drawn against them. That'll be Abigail Dardone, her second, team's first. Shooting foul for Maglianos, and that'll be her first opportunity on the charity stripe. First one goes in and out. Not going to make it. So on the line, it has been 0 of 3 so far for this squad of Lady Bobcats. Second one is up. And off the back of the rim, rebound, long rebound. That'll be a jump ball. As Dardon was there along with Maglianos. So it will go to Jal. Turnover from Hagerman. They've already had 30 turnovers so far in this game. That's 31 now. Dardon, that is Lujan. Caden Lujan inside to Nieto. Back out again to Dardon, and she's going to get a long two, misses, but a rebound by Rivera. It's going to go out of bounds after that. 7:25 to go in this game. And inbound of the ball will be Jal and Charisma. Caden Lujan thought about a three, but instead gets it over to Dardon, who's on the right wing. Inside to Nieto. Loses the handle, gets out to three-point land, pushes all the way across the left wing for Caden Lujan, and then underneath, tried for a shot was, once again, Natalia. She draws the foul as she misses that shot. 7:09 to go, 42-9. The foul will go against Corella, the senior, and that's Saisha. First one will go in, so she's made her last 3 opportunities on the line, making up for those misses in the first half. Next game for this squad will be Loving. That'll be on Monday. Second one bounces in. This is the back-to-back game for Hagerman as they faced Eunice last night. So 4 for 4 from the line. The last 4 shots for Natalia, as she has made them all. 44-9 is the score. Out of bounds, and last touch, that was a bad pass once again. Looked like that was from Saisha. I'll get it right. And a turnover once again, number 2 on this quarter for Hagerman. Charisma thought about a three, was all alone, but then tracks it inside, drives the lane, and could not put it up, but does draw the foul. Looks like that'll be against Rodriguez, and Briley is going to be, actually that'll be against nobody, except for maybe, nope, that wasn't. So that was just an out of bounds. Turnover for Jal. First one of the quarter. Speaking of which, tried to get it, but unfortunately could not pick it up off the floor. That was Dardone. And instead, it will be foul against Maglianos, number 3. So turnover for Hagerman with 5:50 to go. Inside, Nieto over to Natalia. She's going to push the lane and get bump fouled against Graff, her 4th, I believe. And that'll be the team's 3rd, so not a shooting foul. Inbound of the ball, as it is now in mercy rule, 5:30 and ticking. And a fight for the ball. That'll be Charisma, who inbounded it and then got it, turned around and put up the 2 points for Charisma. That is her 7 points for the game. Inside to Mendoza, loses the handle, and another turnover for Hagerman. Going the other way quickly was Nieto, and she does get 2 more points. And they think that's either her first opportunity or second one in this half. 47, actually it's 48-9 now. And we've got under 5 minutes to go. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back in a moment as I get my numbers right. And we get more action here with just 5 minutes to go. Thanks for watching. Be back in a moment.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Just under 5 minutes to go, 4:59 to go to be exact, and Hagerman inbounded the ball. They've lost it 4 times in this quarter compared to 1 for Jal. 3, let's see, that was close to a 5, but instead gets it back, and the one that inbounded the ball will get the ball afterwards, or after all, Mendoza. She still has it. Now in the hands of Briley. Being worked on against as it is Mendoza once again gets double teamed and will be a jump ball, looks like, yes indeed. As it was Caden Lujan and Mendoza. So it'll be a turnover for Hagerman, the 5th one of this quarter. Going the other way will be the Jal Lady Panthers. 4:34 and ticking. Looks like we're going to be a running clock for the rest of this game. As it gets over to Charisma Rodriguez. She drives the lane inside, stops, feeds it to Nieto. Misses the shot, rebound by Nieto. And then a shot for Caden Lujan, misses instead, and it'll be Dardon who gets the rebound. Natalia with a shot opportunity and will miss that one, but will draw the foul. And then there will be a rotation of, actually no foul unless, nope, no foul, just out of bounds. So just under 4 minutes to go, we get complete lineup difference. It is Peyton Lujan, Itzel Ramirez, along with Navarrete, and that is up and in for 3. That is going to be from Rodriguez. That's her first 3 of the game. As it is now 48-12, 3:40 to go. And Peyton Lujan with the ball now. So they did break the double figures. Oh, bad shot. She knew it as soon as she threw it. Was Butts. Rebound, that'll be by Graff. Her second. Substitution on the way. It'll be Mendoza in. As you know, Mendoza out. Torres in. Janet Torres is in for Mendoza. But a turnover nevertheless. Number 6 in the quarter. Inside to Butts. She's going to feed it over to Rivera. And that is a nice assist from Butts. Her second. And Rivera with 2 more points. Other side, Maglianos tries to hit a shot, misses, gets her own rebound, and that will go out of bounds. 50-12 is the score. And that was number 4, rebound number 4 for Maglianos. Gets it to Maglianos. Tries to feed it back to Graff. She does track it down. Now it's also couple of bad passes, but they are tracking him down. That is Maglianos. Backs it up to the timeline. 2:22 remaining in the game. Over to Briley. Loses the handle, does pick it up, but she does get it stripped from her. That is going to be by Itzel Ramirez. As it is coast to coast once again. Another great shot from Natalia. 2 more points for her. So 52-12, a 40-point lead for the squad. Maglianos left a right wing, feeds it inside, tries to drive the lane, and pushes the shot. Going to draw the foul as she misses it. And with 1:40 to go, it's going to go to the line to shoot 2. That foul will be against. That'll be the second one for Itzel Ramirez. So second opportunity for Maglianos. Misses off the front of the rim. She's 0 for 3 in this, actually in the second half. She's only been up 3 times. This is going to be her 4th as it dwindles down to about a minute after she gets this second shot. It's 1:10 right now. Here goes the second, and it will make. So 1 of 4 from the line for Maglianos. And 1 minute to go. 2-13, 49-point difference, as that is a shot banked off the back, and she couldn't believe she made that one. Was Butts. That's her 2 points for the game so far. 54-13, back to a 41 points, point lead. Stolen by Itzel Ramirez. Another turnover for Hagerman as the clock dwindles under 30 seconds. Shot on the way missed. Rebound by Charisma possibly, or maybe a jump ball. It will be a jump ball. So no on the rebound. That was the first rebound for Itzel Ramirez earlier, a steal actually. Going back the other way, Hagerman. 10 seconds to go. Three-pointer on the way for Maglianos. Misses off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Mendoza. It's stolen by Peyton Lujan, and she's going to drive it across. 1 second to go. She puts up a shot and misses. She may have hurt herself in the process too, but nevertheless, though, 54-13 is the final score. We'll pause for a moment, get our numbers together, and let you know what's going on. Of course, we'll also have the coronation for homecoming, and looks like she's all right. She just got her wind knocked out of her, most likely. Once again, final score with 4 points in the fourth, and for the girls, for the Lady Panthers, it will be 12 points for them. Let's take a pause. Be back in a moment right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching. All right, as we are getting everything gathered together for homecoming, let's go ahead and quickly tell you who are the candidates for homecoming queen and then homecoming king. For the queen, it could be Ebony Aguilar, Jaden Mendoza, or Janice Ramirez. And for the boys, all of them on the squad for the basketball team, so they won't be dressed up as they're in their unis, but it'll either be Steven Cervantes, Devon Navarrete, or Zekas Ramos. So any one of those two will be homecoming queen and king, respectively, after the ceremony. Of course, the coronation is happening right now. We've got the balloons out, and they're about to make that announcement.
During the coronation, all students must sit in the stands.
So let's go ahead and let them do the talking while I do a little more figuring out on what happened in that last game. Once again, 54-13 is the score, as you see.
Please do not sit on the floor in that area. Thank you.
Yes, that's what I thought. They had the area blocked off for parents and players, as well as the nominees for homecoming queen and king are right across from us. So this year they're doing something different. They're just doing the seniors. Last year they had all classes, but this year they decided to try it with the seniors only. So we're going to see if that how that pans out. Technology is so great. All right, let's take a break. Thanks again for our sponsors, because without them we would not be able to put these on the air. Be back in a moment. We'll let you know who won the homecoming queen and king of 2026 for the basketball season.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
So we're announcing the homecoming court right now. Steven Cervantes coming up next. Jaden Mendoza once again. That is Jaden Mendoza. Already seen Ebony Aguilar and Steven Cervantes. Davian Navarrete is coming up next. Navarrete has been playing basketball since his 7th grade. Runs track, plays football, pretty much all-around athlete. Neat. Davian Navarrete.
David enjoys cruising with his friends and just hanging out. David also enjoys listening to his music, playing with his little brother, and making his sister mad. Senior David Navarrete. Now entering the court is senior Yanis Ramirez.
Janis Ramirez coming up next. Final of the 3 for the court, of the homecoming court. One of them is going to be crowned queen. She is a National Honor Society member and been on the honor roll since 8th grade. She, I believe, is senior class president as well. All these accomplishments, and maybe even queen.
Doing her makeup, cruising with Jake, and playing with her puppies. Yanis enjoys listening to music, spending time with her nephews, shopping with her sister, and visiting her grandparents. She plans to attend NMJC in the fall for cosmetology.
She's going to attend NMJC for cosmetology.
She'll miss seeing her friends at school and cheering. Senior Yanis Ramirez.
Janis Ramirez once again. Finally, last one up, Zekas Romas. Zacchaeus. Man, I've been saying that wrong for a while.
Zacchaeus is the son of Jalen Lujan and Jacob Ramos. Zacchaeus played football from his 8th grade year to his sophomore year, and again this past fall. He has played basketball since 7th grade and is part of the varsity boys team. Zacchaeus has been a member of the track team since 7th grade.
Zacchaeus ran track since 7th grade.
Zacchaeus enjoys playing 2K with Ian and Steven and going cruising with his friends. He loves to play with his little sisters, Allie, Chloe, and Maddie, making jokes with his cousin Elizabeth, and watching movies with his family.
So we're about to get the announcement of who's the winner of these 2 for the queen and the king.
The 2026 necklace bearer is kindergartner Verity Lockler, daughter of James and Sarah Lockler. Verity's favorite color is purple. She loves ramen noodles and French fries with gravy. Her favorite
Presenters.
She loves to play in the backyard with all her cousins, going to the pasture, reading, helping her little brother learn his letters and sounds. Erin really enjoys visiting her cousins Kiki, rollerblading, and going golfing with her dad. The crown bearer, 2026, is kindergartner Giovanni Ramirez.
So that is the crown bearers.
Giovanni is the son of Aaron Dick and Jose Ramirez. Giovanni's favorite color is blue. He loves to eat sopita and chicken nuggets. He loves school and making his little brother Lucas laugh. Giovanni enjoys riding his dirt bike, jumping on the trampoline, riding his hoverboard, and playing cars and video games with his dad. Necklace bearer, Arity Lockwood. And crown bearer, Giovanni Ramirez. Coming onto the court to crown the queen and present her with her flowers is the 2025 basketball homecoming queen, Miss Odalise Mendoza. Odalise is the daughter of Jim Herrera. Odalise is being escorted tonight by senior Panther Daniel Cornelis, son of Lady Rocha and Daniel Cornelis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 basketball homecoming queen is Yanis Ramirez.
All right, so we just got the announcement. Yanis Ramirez is crowned the queen. Now let's find out who is the king of homecoming. Too bad we can't see the crowning of the queen. Nevertheless, though, I know it's happening.
Your 2026 basketball homecoming king is
And the king is going to be
Davian
Davian Navarrete is crowned the king. I'm sure it was a close race contest, but he muscled him out to win king. So once again, Yanis Ramirez, queen, and for the king it is Davian Navarrete. So congratulations to both parties, as I'm sure they're going to enjoy it from tonight on, being once again crowned. I never got that opportunity, but you know, you have a big class, you have a big school, and it only happens to just one of your classmates. So let's pause for a moment, be back as we continue coverage right here. We're about to get into the pregame for Hagerman Bobcats versus the Jal Panthers. Thanks for watching. Be back in a moment.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
All right, so yeah, Marian Nieto definitely had a big game, as well as Ansaya Rivera. It was Marian who had 14 over 18 points in the first half, and it was actually Rivera who had most of her points in the second half. She only had 3 in the first. It was off a bucket and 1 of 2 on the line, so she went on the end of the line. She had 6 trips to the line, but she made only 5 of 12. But she did make 17 points after sinking 5 buckets in the second half once again. So that helped as well. Of course, the defense stifled the Hagerman offense. 23 turnovers in the first half, and it was 14 in the second. So that makes a grand total of 37 turnovers at least for the Hagerman squad. As we get the coronation completed once again. If you missed it, the winners were Yanis Ramirez for the Queen, and for the King it was Davian Nervante. The other 2 for the Queen was Ebony Aguilar and Jaden Mendoza. For the King, Steven Cervantes, and now I get to say it right, Zacchaeus Ramos. So congratulations on both sides, not only for participating but also for winning in that one. So here we come. We've got 12 minutes to go before, or a little more than 12 minutes to go before we get into the game, the second game of this doubleheader on homecoming. One already in the books, and the other one about to get started here in just about 13 minutes or so. Again, these two have already faced each other. It's a little bit unique that they haven't faced all the teams of the district, but nevertheless, though, that's what happens when you have a snowstorm that disrupts the schedule. So this is the second game of District 4, these two squads. As Hagerman comes in here, they're going to be having a Let's see, they lost. They lost against Eunice, a squad that Jal was able to beat just the other day. So I'm trying to find that information. Here we go. So Hagerman comes in here 6-13, same as Jal, 6-13 as well. 2-3 on the district for Hagerman. They are 1-7 on the road. Jal comes in here 3-7 on the road, at home, and 1-2 on district. So they like to get back to the 500 with 2-2. Hagerman can do the same thing. 3-3 would be the win if they win. Once again, 3-3. So head coach Andrew Rodriguez. They had 4 trays in the last game. Jal had also 4 trays in the last game as well. In fact, it was McTagg who had 2 of those 4 in the last game. He had 15 points, 7 of 8 from the line for the junior. Meanwhile, it was also Fernando Zamora, this junior as well, 6'3", had 11 points, and the other, they had 3 in double figures. That was Felix Chacon, 2 of 2 from the line, and 10 points is what he produced for the game. Meanwhile, it was Christian Miranda, who had 3 points, and Luke Gray with a bucket for 2. Meanwhile, Zayden Lujan had 8 points, 2 of 6 from the line, so he could have had 10, but instead he missed 4 of those 6 free throws, something hopefully he's been working on. 7 of 20 is what they had altogether for the game for the team. Daniel Ornalis is the only one that was in double figures that game with 10 points, 1 of 2 from the line. It was Jaden Cervantes with 1 point. That was on the line, of course, 1 of 2. Landon Edwards came in 1 of 2 from the line as well, had 4 points altogether, so he sunk a tray. As well as Faulkner. Actually, I'm sorry, I just said Faulkner and Ornalis. And Navarrete had 2 trays. So, yeah, Navarrete with 11 points, 1 of 4 from the line. Zacchaeus Ramas, 0 of 2 from the line. Hopefully he'll have better numbers. And Jaden Cervantes also had 1 of 2 from the line. Hoping to see better numbers again with this squad. So for each team, like I said, not a lot of opportunities in the district. In fact, of course, Hagerman has had more last night. They did face against Eunice, lost that game by 47-28. Started off with Jal, and they were able to win that one by 7. Then turned around, went to Tatum, lost that game. 53-46 was the final. Played against Texaco in Texaco and got a whipping on that one. 94-26 was the final. Were able to get a win at Loving, and that was a 73-39 victory for them. Actually, they've had 3 games. This is their 3rd game in a row now, as they faced Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So they may be a little tired. We'll find out as the game progresses. Meanwhile, Jal has had a little bit of a leeway, but they're going to have 3 games next week and 3 games after that to finalize the district. So they started off with this Hagerman squad, ended up with Eunice here, and that was a low-scoring affair, only 6 points for Jal, but were able to manage to squeak away with that victory, 26-24. Then played Texaco, and it was a lopsided loss for the Jal Panthers. 67-9 was the final, and it just seemed like nothing was going right for Jal. But again, this squad, these two have faced each other. It was a close game in the first. 9-8 was the score. Jal with 8, Hagerman with 9. And by the halftime, Jal had a lead, 20-19, to go into the 3rd quarter. Hagerman slightly ahead of Jal in the 3rd quarter. 11-7 was the total. So outscored him by 4, and then held him off in the 4th quarter, 16-13. And again, final score was 46-40. Let's pause for a moment as we continue coverage right here. We're going to get you more of the sponsors that get us on the air, on the internet, whether it be on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube. Thank you again for watching. We'll be back in just a few right after these sponsors.
Mamacitas and Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Proud to be here as we are about to get underway. We've got just 5 minutes to go. Talk about district as far as where these two teams sit right now. Of course, Texaco number 1, 4-0. They've scored 302 points against their opponents during district alone and only allowed 86 points. Eunice is second. They had the game last night, and they'll be playing again, I think, tomorrow night as well. But Eunice 3-2, 216 points. They're second best in this district so far, at least the conference, and allowing 175 points. So a little bit more than Texaco has been. Tatum is third, 2-2 so far, 165 points, giving up 227. Hagerman, which is who we're going to be playing, 2-3. We've already faced them once, 219 points versus 273 allowed. Once again, 6-13 is their record. Tatum with a 5-14 record. So they're going to be struggling to get into the playoffs as well, along with Eunice, 8-11, so 3 under. And 17-2, yeah, Texaco definitely going to be cruising as they are the number 1 and 2A. Jal, 1-2, would like to get back to 500 on the district. 75 points is what they've scored so far. So they've been very anemic as far as being able to score, but they've also given up 137 points. Most of that was to Texaco. And they are right now 6-13 on with a 1-game losing streak. 2-game winning streak is what Eunice had. Of course, that was after the Jal game. Loving 0-3, bottom of the barrel right there. 113 points is what they've scored, and they've allowed 192 points. They are 0-14 in the season, so they have not won this year. So they would go back to last season before they won a game, and they struggle against the district as well. So 859 points is what they've allowed, just behind Hagerman, who has allowed for the season 1,075 points. Because they have played a couple more games than Jal has, but nevertheless, so this is going to be a good one. It should be a tight one, as it was just last week in Hagerman, and that final score was 46-40 once again. So yeah, for Hagerman, they were playing tightly in the first quarter against Eunice just yesterday with a score of 21-18. Second quarter saw Eunice take over 12-2 in that new stadium of theirs, and by the first half, it was 33-20 was the halftime score. Third quarter continued to see the dominance of Eunice. It wasn't much, but it was enough. 10-3 was the score. And that pushed the lead up to 43-23. So a 20-point difference. Fourth quarter, Hagerman won by 1, but 5-4 is all they could muster up. Final score, 47-28, 19-point victory for the Eunice Cardinals. We've got 2 minutes to go. We've had our coronation. We've got the Lady Panthers already with a victory. And we'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve. Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Getting the lineups now for both sides, starting with Hagerman, of course. Homecoming King will be out on the floor. 104 was what he was last time on free throws. All right, looks like it'll be. That's the wrong one. Let's see. Get this done quickly and correctly. Let's see. We've got. Oh, okay. So McTagg is going to be the starter for Hagerman, along with Luke Gray, number 4, 6'3", junior, along with Fernando Zamora, number 12, 6'3", junior. Felix Chacon will be number 50, that's 6'2". And it will be Christian Miranda, number 10, 5'8", junior. And Steven Cervantes, one of the homecoming court, will be there for the start. Along with, let's see. So it'll be Zane Lujan, Ian Faulkner starting, along with Davian Navarrete, the king, Daniel Ornelas, and once again, Steven Cervantes. Both of those are seniors. Should be Ornelas getting the tip, or going for the tip against Fernando Zamora. They just faced each other last week. to get this thing started. McTeague with 15 points last time, 11 points for Zamora, and 10 points for Chalcon. 10 points for Ornalis. And we get this underway. Tip goes to Hagerman. We are started. Thanks for watching, and we get to see offense of the Hagerman already in action. Over to McTagg, and loses the handle, being picked up by, that'll be Cervantes, his first. And across the other way, of course, that's the first turnover for Hagerman. 3 on the way for the King, and he gets it, drains it. So not only does he get the crown, but he also gets a 3 to start this thing off, 3-0 early on. Now back to the other way. It is Miranda, the junior, working his way to the left. Now right, now the left. And now over to the right, or left wing to Zamora. 3-pointer on the way and misses off the front of the rim. Rebound, and that is going to be by Gray, Luke Gray. And put back in for 2. That is going to be Felix. 3-2 is the score. Going across the line for Zayden Lujan over to Daniel Ornalis. Going to work it up, turn it around, get it to Zamora. Sorry, that is Zayden. 3-pointer thought about, goes in, drives the lane, gets it lost, and that'll be the first turnover for Jal. And turnover back again from Zayden Lujan. Feeds it over to a nice Navarrete, and he's got all 5 points so far of this game. Missed shot, rebound. That was a fight, but it is going to be Faulkner who gets the ball. 5-2, 6:23 to go. Ornalis back again with the ball over to Faulkner. Ian with a shot, misses everything, goes out of bounds. And, well, I thought it went out of bounds, but instead it did. It was last touch by Navarrete, the King, and it'll go the other way. Another turnover for Jal, the second one. 5-2, 6:06 remaining in the first quarter. And now in the hands of, that is McTagg. Goes to the right, feeds it to the right elbow, goes now to the left. And now instead, almost thought about a 3 instead, it's going to be defended by Faulkner. Now back to Chuck Khan. Felix goes inside, gets it back to Chuck Khan. From, that is Zamora, rattles it in for 2. That is the big guy, and he's had all 4 points for the Bobcats. 5-4 is the score, 1 point lead. And knocked out of bounds. Last touch looks like that will be by Luke Gray, the junior, 6'3". 5:28. No fouls yet, so it's going to be a clean game. Could be a quick one, too, depending on how it goes. Inbound of the ball. And it is me, Navarrete, up for 3, off the front of the rim. It's going to bounce out, and it will be last touch by Hagerman. Got a couple of substitutions coming in. It'll be 8th grader Jaden Cervantes. Going out will be Steven Cervantes and Faulkner. And also Zacchaeus Ramos going to be coming in. Navarrete over to Ornalis, top of the arc. Back to Ramos. And now that is in the hands of Ramos, sorry. And back out again to Zayden Lujan at the timeline near the top of the arc. 3-pointer on the way, and we'll miss off the side. That'll be Navarrete. Rebound is going to go for Luke Gray, his first. Now to McTagg. On the way for a shot, missed. Rebound by Zayden Lujan, his first. And now over to Ornalis, who's at the top of the arc. Now he's going to drive the lane, don't turn around, get it to Ramos. Now to Zayden Lujan. He drives the lane, gets triple teamed, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Hagerman. 4:39 to go. 5-4 is the score. Zayden Lujan with the ball, going to inbound it. Probably to Navarrete. He is all alone. Or nope, inside. Try to feed it to Ornalis. Instead, feed it out to Navarrete. Goes inside the lane for 2, misses. A push foul that did not happen, but lost the ball anyway, were the Hagerman Bobcats, as that was Luke Gray who had it. So another turnover for Hagerman. 3-pointer on the way, and drains it from Navarrete for the assist. And a 3-pointer from Zikos Romeros. Now the other way quickly, it is 8-4 is the score, doubled up. Three-pointer on the way, missed. Rebound by Ornelas. Ornelas with the ball, and back the other way quickly. Feeds it over to Ramos. Now to Zayden Lujan, drives the lane, gets triple teamed. Will push it up, get the foul, and he misses the shot. But with 3:52, should be going to the line to shoot two. That's the first foul of the game so far. Let's see who that's going to go against. One of the referees out there is a friend of ours. So we have going back in is Steven Cervantes, also the youngster that played in the JV game, Landon Edwards. He's a freshman. I know that was just a non-shooting foul, but nevertheless, so it goes against Luke Gray, number 1 for him, first for the team. Ramos with the ball, turns around, tries to get something going, but instead will get it back out to Cervantes, back over to Ramos. Turns around, gets blocked, and we'll get that nice little assist for that one, and 2 points for Jaden Cervantes, the 8th grader. 10-4, 10-4, good buddy. We've got that going on as double team gets turned around and puts up a shot, misses, gets his own rebound, tries it again, and that time it'll be Zane Lujan with the rebound. As that was Miranda trying to get that shot to go in, but got the rebound instead, missed twice, and will retain the ball, will be Jal and the Panthers with 3:08 to go in the first. Zane Lujan coming out, going to be Navarrete going in for him, and also Ornelas going in for, that'll be Jaden Cervantes, who had 2 points so far in this game. Navarrete pushes it out to the left wing, back to the top for Ornelas. Gets it inside and overthrows Navarrete just a little bit, tried to get it to him, but a helium pass will be a turnover, number 3 for Jal. 2:56 remaining in the first. Hand it off to Zamora, who's got it at the top there. Actually, now that is going to be Miranda, who turns it over to McTagg. McTagg now with the ball again as he's defended by Navarrete. He's going to drive the lane a little bit, and they'll get back out. Get it inside in the paint. And almost lost the handle on that one with the pass. That is going to be Miranda, as he is able to push that in and get his first points for Christian Miranda. 10-6. Biggest lead was 6. Ornelas with the ball, back over to Navarrete on the right wing. He's going to drive the lane, get double teamed, get it over to Ramos. And Zekas Ramos holding on to it for a moment, gets a bad pass, and it is picked off. That is going to be by Miranda, his first. Over to, back over to Chuck Cohn, who loses the handle after a pass. Passes it to the top of the arc, gets it inside now. He's going to try to turn around. No, instead it's going to go back over. A lot of passing, going to get that three-pointer. Nope, miss off the back of the rim, but it's going to be Chuck Cohn who's going to get the rebound. First one for him. Another three-pointer on the way, misses. And it'll be stripped away. That'll be by Landon Edwards, who was on the floor. He's going to be substituted out, as it's going to be mostly starters once again. It'll be Zane Lujan, Ian Faulkner, along with Navarrete, Ornelas, and Steven Cervantes. So they have the ball. A turnover for Hagerman. Zayden with the ball as the top of the arc. Looking to the right, and he does. Go over to Navarrete. Gets double team, loses the handle, and does get it back over to Ornelas. Now over to Faulkner, double teamed. Underneath the basket for Steven Cervantes, trying to get it out. When he does, to Zane Lujan, who's going to get block foul, and that'll be against Adair Munez. So that's just the team's second, and his first for Munez, the senior 5'11". 1:13, and we're about to get, we got a shot, push up, and it will be a foul. No shot, but it will put him on the line to shoot two for Ornelas. And let's see who gets the foul call. That'll be the big guy, Chuck Cohn, his first, team's third. So I'm probably not going to get bonus, but you never know with 1:12 to go. First one goes in. It was, let's see, 1 for 2 was the last time that Ornelas played this team. And 1 for 2 was this time around as well, as that rebound was by Landon, his first. Landon Lucero on the floor. That'll be McTagg on the right wing. Going to hand that off on his left elbow to Adair Munoz. And now left wing back to Munoz. Three-pointer, a long three on the way. Back of the rim is what it hit. Rebound and put back in. Nice cleanup of the glass for Miranda. 4 points on him, 2 rebounds as well. And that cuts the lead to 3. 40 seconds remaining. Faulkner with the ball on the left wing. Going to go ahead to Navarrete for 3 on the way. Misses off the back of the rim. Going to be rebounded by Steven Cervantes. He's going to put it up, miss. And the rebound is going to go to Lucero, his second. So Steven with his first rebound. And that goes out of bounds with 27.58 seconds remaining. It'll go back to Jal. Turnover number 5 for Hagerman. So 11-8 to score. 27.58 seconds remaining. Zayden with the ball on the left wing is going to fire it all the way across to Ian Faulkner. On the right, back to the top to Zane Lujan to set up the offense with just under 20 seconds to go. Faulkner on the left. Now Zayden back to the top. There's a 3-2, it's a 2-3 zone. And that is going to be missed. It's going to be rebounded by Chuck Cohen, his second. And get across the timeline with 4 seconds to go. That'll be McTagg. He's just going to put up a desperation shot, get a rebound. Actually, that's not a rebound. That is just an alley-oop. And Lucero underneath the basket for the 2. And that makes it 11-10. End of the first quarter with that assist as well. So let's take a pause for a moment, be back, and we're going to continue coverage right here. 11-10 is the score. Thanks for watching.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
4 points apiece for Chacon and for Miranda as they have 4 points. They had Chacon had 10 points in the last game that they played against each other. It's also been 2 points for Landon Lucero, the junior. And I believe that is it. So that is your 10 points. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, all 5 buckets for you. Meanwhile, for the Jal Panthers, it has been 5 points with a tray from the King, David Navarrete, to start it all off. Then Zacchaeus Ramas got a tray as well. It has been 1 for 2 from the line from Daniel Ornelas and 2 points for the 8th grader, Jaden Cervantes. We're heading into the second quarter. 1 point lead for Jal. And McTagg with the ball. He gets it into the hands now on the right wing, or the right elbow actually. Fernando. Back to McTagg. Inside, try to get it inside the paint. They do. They go back out again. And now over to the top of the arc for Fernando Zamora. McTagg now to the left-hand side, left wing, being worked on against Navarrete. Gets a screen, loses the ball, and it will be a foul as it was Ian Faulkner, who got the steal before getting fouled. Foul is going to go against, first one for the quarter, Zamaro. So 7:27. And Faulkner with the ball as he gets to the top of the arc. Uses up his dribble, gets to Faulkner now on his right elbow. Now left elbow for Ornelas. Back to Zane Lujan for a three-pointer on the way and drains it. His first 3 of the game. And I'm sure he enjoyed that one. And almost a steal from Ornelas. But a whistle of the ball, we'll call it dead. 14-10, 7:05 to go in the first half. Inbound the ball, and that'll be into the hands of McTagg from Gray. Gray back with it. Three-pointer on the way, and boom goes the dynamite. That is going to be a 1-point game once again, as that was an answer back for that 3 from Zayden Lujan. Zayden now with the ball as he goes to the right-hand side, gets across the timeline. And now inside to Steven Cervantes, back out to Zayden Lujan. Zayden thought about a 3 for a second, goes inside the paint, gets back out. Actually, that's Zayden. That was Navarrete who had the ball. In and out, no good. Rebound by Ornelas and gets the roll in for his first points of the game. Now back to 16-13, a 3-point lead. Felix loses the handle, got it back again, goes in, drives the lane. Nice little righty as he is able to push it in for 2. That is 6 points for him so far in this game. So 6 out of 15 from Felix. Go back the other way, Ornelas, top of the arc, goes to the right wing. Back over to Ornelas, top of the arc. Left wing for Faulkner as he gets around. To Stephen, to Zayden Lujan, left or right elbow. Working against McTagg, gets double teamed, turns around, gets a nice little floater, misses. Stephen with the rebound. Cervantes, actually that is Faulkner with a 3-pointer on the way, and good assist by Faulkner, by Navarrete, and a 3-pointer by Faulkner, his first. 19-15 with 5:25 to go. Felix hands it inside to Gray, over to the right wing now. As he's looking around to Zamora, he uses up his dribble. Over to Gray, back to near the top of the arc. Of course, that is going to be Ricardo McTagg. Inside, feeds it to Felix. Could not get that to roll in, and the rebound will be for Ornelas. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one with it as we have a 19-15 lead. 4 points, one of the biggest, and it is only 5:06 in the first half. Be back in a moment as we continue the coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back to the doubleheader today as we're facing Hagerman for the second time in this district play. I know it's usually Tatum and Eunice and Loving first, but instead we've got Hagerman in this homecoming game, and the girls have already won. They won big time, and now the boys right now up by 4 as we're just into the second quarter. Thanks very much for watching. I've got Jer Bear on the camera, and I am Ron Gunter, making sure that you get all the action from here on. And then, of course, we've got this tape, so if you don't watch it live, you can watch it anytime you want to on HobsAmerica.com and on YouTube. I always love that. 5:06 remaining as inbound of the ball will be Ornelas over to Zayden Lujan. There won't be much pressure in the backcourt. A little bit as Zayden gets the ball. About to cross the timeline, and he does. Over to Ornelas on the left wing. He's going to go ahead and drive the lane, push up a shot. Misses off the back of the rim. Felix with the rebound, his third. And it'll be back in the hands of, that is going to be Miranda, Christian Miranda, the junior. He's going to go to his right wing to Zamora. Uses up his dribble. Going to go ahead and hand that back off on his right wing or elbow to Christian Miranda. So back and forth between these two, trying to see what they can do about getting this around this Jal defense. Inside, stolen by, that is Zamora. Zayden Lujan. As Navarrete puts up a shot. Nice little deuce. 2 more. And that is, I can't add right now and talk at the same time. So 21-15, 4:05. Missed shot, and that is going to be Faulkner who's going to get the rebound. Second one for him. And across the timeline will be Steven Cervantes from a pass from Zayden Lujan. Faulkner with a 3-pointer on the way. Misses off the front of the rim. Going to be rebounded. That'll be by Zamora for his first. And we're going to get a little tangle up on the floor. Actually, going to be a timeout, looks like. Timeout by the Hagerman Bobcats. 3:46 to go. We've got a 6-point lead, the biggest of the game so far for the Jal Panthers. And way back, homecoming it is. Just 30. Actually, you know what? We're going to keep it right here. As we just let you know some of our sponsors that we love, that we want to make sure that you are aware of. Woolworth Library, Panther Energy, Mamacitas, Jal Schools, of course that's the municipal schools, along with Iron Horse and Eunice Pump and Supply. Thank you all. Without you guys, we would not be able to put these on the air. 21-15, second quarter still underway, and it has been a quick one. In fact, we've only had 1 foul so far in this second quarter, so it's going to be pretty quick if it continues on the way it is. Gray inbounded it over to McTagg. McTagg is going to get double teamed, but he's going to get it out of his hands. And back to Gray underneath to Felix. He's going to post underneath, and he gets 2 more points quickly as he turns around and lays it up, puts it in. 21-17 is the score. 3:23 remaining. Zane Lujan with the ball now as he gets across timeline, gets double teamed, gets around the double team, and it's going to go over to Zekas Ramirez. Actually, no, that is Zekas Ramirez. Back to Zane Lujan, just off the arch, and then back over to Navarrete after Ornelas passes it to him. Triple team to Ornelas, left wing, thought about a 3, instead he's going to drive the lane, get double teamed, puts it up, and will be fouled. That could be against Gray or Felix Chacon. Or actually, nope, no foul, just a out of bounds. 3 on the way for Navarrete, misses, going to be rebounded, long rebound by Matag. Go the other way. Going to be Gray underneath the basket as he tries to put it in. He's going to draw the foul. Let's see who that gets taken care of by. That'll be Zekas Ramirez, the senior. So his first, team's first as well. Put on the line to shoot 2 will be Luke Gray. First one off the back of the rim and will miss. 2:54 remaining. Going in will be Steven Cervantes. Coming out will be Daniel Ornelas. Second opportunity up, and we'll roll in. So 1 or 2 from the line for Luke. First opportunities for the team. Trying to get the ball was Luke once again, but instead it is Jaden Cervantes who gets the ball. Underneath for the shot. That should count, as it was Zane Lujan who did the cartwheel, windmill for the 2. Let me see, 2:40 to go. Did they count that? No, apparently not. But it will put him on the line to shoot 2, as that one is going to be against Luke Gray, his second. First opportunity. That'll be the and 1, actually. So they did count that basket, so thankfully. So that is going to be and 1. 6 points for Zayden Lujan, 24-18. 3-pointer on the way, misses off the side for Felix Chacon. And it'll go out of bounds. That'll be a turnover for Hagerman. There we go, 2:30 to go. Turnover number 6, and crossing the timeline will be Zekas Ramirez. Gets underneath, double team, pushes back out again to Zane Lujan all the way across to the left wing. Drives the lane, gets triple teamed, is Narvate. It will be a jump ball, as it was him and Felix. It looks like the arrow will go to Jal. So they didn't lose the ball, no turnover there. Underneath the basket with 2:13 to go in the front court. And Zane Lujan gets it back out to Zekas Ramirez. Zekas with the ball, turns it over back over to Zane Lujan, back to the left wing again. Top of the arc, it's going to be inside for a 2 for Zekas Ramirez. Missed that shot, and be McTagg who gets the rebound. Will be out of bounds. Let's see who gets touched. Who touched it last? Looks like it was knocked out of bounds by Chow. So coming in will be Daniel Ornelas, Ian Faulkner, and coming out will be the 23 and 21, of course, respectively. That'll be Zekas Ramirez and Jaden Cervantes. Just under 2 minutes to go. Back to McTagg at the top near the timeline. Back over again to the right to Miranda. And now inside to the left, disrupted, and it is taken by Felix. Turn around, he's going to lay it up. And no, he's going to get the trouble instead. He did shovel his feet to try to get around his defender. He did put it in, but it does not count. Once again, a travel. That is going to be number 7 turnover for the squad. 1:39 to go with a acrobatic catch from Zane Lujan over to Faulkner. Back to Zane Lujan from Ornelas on the right wing. Looking around, seeing about passing it. No, instead he's going to put up a 3 and off the front of the rim. Just barely missed it. Faulkner with that rebound. He is third. Now inside to Cervantes. Steven is going to try to make a shot. Missed it. Felix with another rebound. And it goes back the other way for the Bobcats. McTagg with the ball. Turns around. Nobody on his defense. Felix inside. Puts up a nice little shot. Misses. Steven Cervantes with the rebound. Going back the other way quickly will be Navarrete to Daniel Ornelas over to the left wing. Zane Lujan going to drive that, and unfortunately, a bad pass is going to be a number 4 turnover for the Panthers. McTagg, as he gets it knocked out, tries to get past over to a ducking Miranda. That was, of course, Felix Chacon, and a turnover number 8 for the Bobcats with 43.41 seconds remaining in the first half. 24-18 is the score. And a inbound as he gets across the timeline. That'll be to Navarrete. He's going to post up, miss a shot, and it will be rebounded again by Zamora, his second. Quickly with 30 seconds to go, back to the top of the arc. Three-pointer on the way. Misses off the front. Will be rebounded by Cervantes. That'll be his third. And a quick shot for Navarrete. He's going to drop it in. Nice little teardrop. He's got 9 points. McTagg going over to the right wing to Chacon. Back again to Zamora. Three-pointer on the way, in and out, no good. And it'll be another rebound by Ornelas, his fourth. And that'll be the end of the first half. And that went quickly. 26-18 is the score. As we get you into commercials, we'll be back in a moment. And thank you very much once again for watching. It is once again 26-18. We're at halftime as Jal is in the lead.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Welcome back as we've got coverage right here on Jal, New Mexico on the Jal high school campus. Thanks for being here. I am Ron Gunner. Jared Bear on the camera, providing us with all the footage. We've got first half underway, 26-18, an 8-point lead for the Jal Panthers. Starting off with McTagg, who has a tray of his own, has 2 rebounds and 1 assist, along with 4 points from Christian Miranda, 2 buckets for him. Luke Ray on the line, 1 of 2 from the line, and that is the only time that the team has been on the line. So 1 of 2 for the team as well. Not a whole lot of opportunities so far. They had 10 of 12 in the last game, so they've made their most of the opportunities at home. But right now, 1 of 2 from the line as they had won the tip-off. 8 points from Felix, so nobody in double figures yet, but close, as he's been able to get in the post and hit a few of his shots. He's missed a couple, but he has definitely made the most of it. He's gotten 4 rebounds as well, so 8 points, 4 rebounds, as he's also had 1 foul. So the only one that's even close to being in foul trouble so far is Luke Ray with 2 fouls. He's only got 1 point so far in his game. Of course, for the Jal Panthers, we have, let's start off with the king of the homecoming, as he's been able to hit a tray to start it off. That was what started off the game. In fact, he had his first 5 points to start this game. He's managed to score 9 in this, and not quite in double figures yet, but he is looking to be, as he's been fed by several of his partners, or by his teammates. I knew I was going to say that right. So Zayden with 6 points, as he's got a tray as well. 1 and 1 on the line. Also on the line, Daniel Ornelas. He missed his second one, made the first one. So the team 2 of 3 from the line. Also with points, as there's 6 scoring in for Jal, only 4 for the Hagerman Bobcats. It is 3 points for Faulkner, once again with the tray. Tray for Zekas Ramaras. And it has been 2 points for, actually 3 points for Daniel Ornelas with the and 1. Or sorry, 1 of 2 from the line. And Jaden Cervantes with 2 points. Let's go ahead and take a break. Be back in a moment. We've got 4 minutes to go before we get into the third quarter. And it looks like it'll be an exciting second half as well. Once again, Jal up 26-18. Thanks for watching as we continue coverage. And thank our sponsors. Here's one of them that makes it possible.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Already doing slightly better than they did last time that these two met up, as the score was 20-19, so a little bit more of a cushion for the Jal Panthers. 26-18. They were 7 of 20 in the last game so far on the line for the charity stripe, and right now they are 2 of 3. So either side, neither one of them have had a whole lot of opportunities on the free throw line. Very few fouls have been going on. In fact, a total of 5 opportunities on both sides so far in the first. Of course, we expect to see that change in the second half. Thanks for being here. We've got 2 minutes to go before we get back into the basketball action. Once again, 6 scorers for the Jal Panthers versus 4. But it is 8 points for Felix, and we're not surprised about that. He is a good post player, being able to get around, turn around, and be able to hit those shots. And he has made 4 buckets so far, not been on the line once as of yet. He had 10 points. He was 2 for 2 from the line in the last game that these two faced off against each other. Of course, it was the second half that Hagerman was able to come back and be able to win on that one. It was, 27 to 20. That was the difference that gave Hagerman their victory. Of course, their first one of district. And then 2 and 3 is what their record is for district, while Jal at 1 and 2. So, yeah, Hagerman played last night. In fact, I think they also played the night before as well. So, maybe a little tired, but they're not showing it so far as they're just down by 8 points. Thanks for watching as, like I said, we're about to get underway once again. And the winner will continue to have good luck as far as being able to continue on district. Their main goal, of course, is to get into playoff contention. And each win on either side will help make that happen or possible. Warm-ups look like they're done for Hagerman as well as for the Jal Panthers. Let's take a 30-second, be back in a moment. We are going to be ready for more hoops action right here on Jal Sports.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
We always thank the sponsors. We also thank the support that you give by watching these, whether it's on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube. Thanks for being there and supporting the team. If you can't be here, of course, you can always watch it. And if you are here, you can actually watch it afterwards to relive this game. Right now, 26-18, and Hagerman going to be inbounding the ball to start off the third quarter. Going to be in the hands, looks like, of Luke Gray, the junior, to start it all off. Over to McTagg, behind the line, gets across it. No resistance, and back over to Gray. To Felix Chacon. McTagg, actually that is going to be a three-pointer on the way and makes it. That is going to be McTagg, his second of the game. Already a difference cutting the lead, but getting back is Steven Cervantes. Over to Ornelas, right wing, top of the arc for Zane Lujan, as he's being defended by Zamora, and actually it's Miranda. Three-pointer on the way, missed, and going to be out of bounds. Last touch by, unfortunately, Steven Cervantes. So a turnover. That was only the fifth turnover over the game. Jal with 4, and it was 8 for Hagerman in the first half. Finally gets across the timeline. It's McTagg, three-pointer on the way, and going to get off the back of the rim. Rebound, long one for Daniel Ornelas, and it'll be a push foul against Chacon, his second. First team foul in the third quarter. 26-21 is the score, 7:07, and we've just barely gotten into the minute of this third quarter. Over to Faulkner, back over to Daniel Ornelas, who crosses the timeline on the left wing. Going to get double team, going to push it out to Faulkner. After he used up his dribble. To Navarrete, trying to drive the lane, is going to be pushed around and get over to Ian Faulkner. Underneath the basket, over to Cervantes now. Three-pointer on the way from Cervantes, and Faulkner missed that one. But it will be, actually that's Faulkner, that was Navarrete who got the three-point attempt and missed. 6:40 to go, and we've got Zane Lujan coming in for the inbound. Navarrete on the left wing. Gonna work it up to the top. Try to drive. Got double teamed over to Ian Faulkner. Right. Three-pointer on the way. And off the back of the rim. Rebound by Gray. Gray with his second. Now over to McTagg. McTagg is going to lose the handle. It was knocked out by, that was Faulkner. And Zane Lujan with the steal. Faulkner now with the ball on the left wing. Faulkner looking around. Going over to Zane Lujan on the right wing. And they are trying to find out if they can defeat this 2-3 zone that Hagerman has right now. Both sides kind of lackadaisical right now, but now we get back into it. Navarrete, top of the arc, over to Faulkner on the right. Goes to the top, gets double teamed, gets it over to Navarrete. Going to push it inside over to Zane Lujan on the right wing. Zane Lujan passes it back out again to reset the offense. Faulkner underneath the basket, but no, not going to get it over to him. To Navarrete, inside, outside again to Zane Lujan. Back over to Navarrete for a three-pointer on the way, and boom! He's going to drain that one, his second one, as that was a assist by Zane Lujan. 29-21, biggest lead has been 8. Back again, and that'll be in the hand of Miranda. Going to go to his right. Back to McTagg on his right elbow. Inside, and that'll be fed underneath the basket, and that'll be in for Zamora for his first points. The second assist for McTagg. 29-23, a 6-point difference, 4:46 remaining. We've got a tight game so far as Zane Lujan has the ball nearing the timeline against McTagg. Double team came up. Navarrete also gets a double team. Push for a 3. Actually, it was just inside for 2 for Cervantes. Steven misses the ball, but it is going to be out of bounds. Last touched by, that is, I believe, Felix. So inbound of the ball will be Jal with 4:29 to go in the third quarter. Out to Navarrete from Zane Lujan. Gets inside for 2, gets it blocked a little bit, and it will be out of bounds. Actually, no, it wasn't out of bounds. I thought it was going to be, but instead goes underneath Faulkner. Faulkner gets it from Zane Lujan. Lujan with the assist, Faulkner with the score. 5 points is what he's got for this game. McTagg. As they lose the ball, Felix with the ball, turns around and gets it back out to McTagg to the left wing now. Inside to Gray. He's going to go underneath, and Felix with a nice tip, but no, didn't get it in. Get the rebound, though, and got the foul instead. So that is the 5th rebound for Felix, and that'll put him on the line. First time for him. Let's see who gets the foul. It will be Zane Lujan, his first, team's first. So only 2 fouls for each side as we're a little less than halfway through, or a little more than halfway through. First one will be a miss for Felix. Felix had 2 of 2 in the last game. So far, he has missed his first one for the charity stripe. A couple of substitutions coming. Going out will be Steven Cervantes and Ian Faulkner. And Ramos, and looks like Jaden Cervantes will be in. Second one is going to bounce around. He does get the friendly roll to go in. So 1 of 2. Now we're down to 7 points. All the way across to Ornelas, all alone. He gets it up and in. Nicely done. Nicely drawn up play as he gets 2 more points. He's got 5 in the game. 33-24. Back to an 9 point. That's the biggest of the lead of the game. Underneath, pushes it up and does drop it in for 2. That is Zamora. 33-26 is the score. Full court pressure does get around it as it is to Ornelas in the front court. And back over to Zicas Ramirez. Inside, nice one too to the 8th grader as he puts it up and in, as it is an assist, another one for Zayden Lujan. 35-26, 9-point lead, biggest of the game again. Gray with the ball as he gets it knocked out will be picked up by Zane Lujan. That's a steal for him. Goes back the other way quickly as it gets into the hands of Ornelas to Navarrete. Just makes a 3 just off the front of the rim, though. Rebound by Ornelas. Over to Zane Lujan on the right wing. Being worked on by, that would be Zamora. Tries to get past him, but does not. Instead, gets it over to Zicas Ramirez after it is in the hands of Navarrete. Novak again for a 3-pointer on the way. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound is going to be, that'll be by McTagg, his 3rd. McTagg on the right wing, gets it inside to Felix. Goes underneath. He's going to try to lay it up, but instead, it's too far out. It will go out of bounds, but last touch looks like by Daniel Ornelas. So they will retain the ball. Not a lot of turnovers so far in this third quarter. We have a couple of substitutions. One of them is going to be Adair Munoz. And we also have a couple of substitutions for Jal. Going out will be It'll be Jaden Cervantes. Coming in will be Steven Cervantes and Ian Faulkner back. Going up, trying to lay it up. That was going to be Adair. Misses that one, the senior did. And the rebound will be by Zayden Lujan. Across the timeline is Daniel Ornelas over to the top of the arc. Now to Faulkner, top of the arc as well. Back inside to Zayden. Turns around, pushes back out to Daniel Ornelas. Three-pointer on the way, just hits the net, nothing else. And it will be a blocked foul. Looks like that'll be against Hagerman as Zayden Lujan had the ball. So getting that one will be the second for, that'll be Luke Gray. Third, actually, sorry. And the second team foul against Hagerman. Inbound of the ball will be Zayden Lujan. Looking to Navarrete. He's going to go ahead and pass it all the way to Navarrete as he's being worked on by Lucero. To the left wing to Faulkner. 1:38 to go, as that is going to be a foul. It was a hack shot for McTagg, and so that was a definite foul call. Obvious. And that will be his first, team's third. So still nobody in foul trouble yet. Getting it to Zayden Lujan with 1:34 to go. Ornelas over to Faulkner. Thought about a shooting and instead gets it over to Steven Cervantes. Three-pointer on the way, and nothing but net for Ornelas, as that is going to be assisted by Steven Cervantes. 1:20 to go. 38-26, a 12-point lead, the biggest one for the game. As it is McTagg who puts up a nice shot, puts up about a 20-footer to drop it in for two. He's got 8 points. All the way across to Ornelas. As he is being worked on by McTagg, he's going to get it to Nervate, who is on the left wing. McTagg still sticking to him. And now over to Daniel Ornelas. Ornelas trying to get it back. Nervate thought about a three, instead getting back to Ornelas. Also thought about a three, and instead he's going to get it over to Zayden Lujan. Drives the lane, gets double teamed, and pushes it up, misses the shot, and will be rebounded. A long rebound. That is going to be by Landon Lucero, his third. Lucero with the ball as he gets to McTagg, double teamed, and that'll be a reach-in foul. And that is going to be against Ian Faulkner. His first, team's second, I believe. Yes. Underneath the basket is Gray. He's going to try to post up against Steven Cervantes. Instead, gets it back out again. And now to be over to McTagg on the right wing. Puts up a shot once again. Second time he's done that. And nothing but net once again. So he's got his sweet spot right there. 38-30 with 10 seconds to go in the third quarter, up by 8. It is Faulkner going to put up a little post shot and make that one as well. He's got 7 points, as that one is going to count for 2. 40-30 is the score. We're going to go into the fourth quarter, 10-point lead for the Jal Panthers. Be back strong with more as we continue coverage live right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Love the support, love the community, and so does Jal as they're out here supporting the Jal Panthers in the second game of homecoming, and it is a 10-point lead for the Jal Panthers, who have lost to this team in Hagerman by 6, and so far are leading and playing very well. It has been Navarrete, the king, who has been getting the most points so far, at least getting a lot of points in this. Faulkner with the ball, up to Cervantes, Steven, and over to Lujan on the right wing. He's guarded against. He's going to get double teamed, hit the floor, and unfortunately that's not going to be a turnover for Jal. That's just their first one in the fourth quarter. And McTagg, actually that is Lucero, with a shot, misses, goes out of bounds. Last touched, of course, by Lucero. Number 9 turnover. That's the first one of the second half for the Hagerman squad. Daniel Ornelas with the ball right now as he gets defended on by Zamora. And now to the right wing for Navarrete. He's got double team back over to Zane Lujan. Looking around to see, and it's Ian Faulkner on the left wing. And Ornelas, he's looking at him. He's going to go ahead and get around. He's going to drive the lane. Felix against him, and Felix does get the shot. Rebound. 40-30, 7 minutes to go in this game. As it is Miranda with the ball. Inside now to Zamora. Fernando with the shot. Going to bounce, and no good. And it will be Zane Lujan who tried to get it. Nice little athletic try, but unfortunately ran out of bounds as it went out of bounds as well. So couldn't get the handle on it. Otherwise, it could have been an easy 2 points as he would have been coast to coast, but instead be back 2. It never was turned over. So Luke Gray with the inbound. 6:49 to go. McTagg with the ball as he turns to his left. Goes the shot, put a shot up, misses, and the rebound will be a long one for Lucero, his 4th. Back to McTagg, top of the arc. Be worked on by Navarrete. As they defense is 2-3 as well for the Panthers. Over inside, Luke Gray. He's going to turn around and get it back over to a 3-point shot missed. That is by Miranda. And Felix with another rebound, number 7, as he draws the foul. Looks like that'll be against Zane Lujan, his 2nd. So shooting foul that'll put on the line Felix, and he is 0 for 1, or 1 for 2 from the line. First one is hitting the back of the rim, no good. 1 of 3. 10-point lead still. As it is so far, let's see, it would be missed the second one as well. Faulkner with the rebound. 4th one for him, first one of the second half. Over to Daniel Ornelas. Faulkner with the ball now, thought about driving the lane, instead gets back to his right elbow. For 3 on the way from Zamora. Sorry, that is Zane Lujan. And a rebound by Steven Cervantes. Going to be a foul against Jal, looks like. Oh, he stepped on the line. So he stepped on the line. No foul, just a turnover by Jal. Just the second one of the quarter. As the back in the hands of McTagg over to the left wing. Back to Lucero, back to McTagg. Left wing again, thought about a 3. Instead, nope, he's being defended by Zane Lujan. Goes in, pushes it up, gets a shot. Felix with the rebound. Back to Lucero for 3, misses that shot as well. And out of bounds it goes as we get some boos. 5:34, 10-point lead still. Not a lot of scoring going on so far. Not a lot of fouling either. Zane Lujan over to Faulkner on the left wing. Being defended by McTagg. To Ornelas. Also has Gray on him. And now Navarrete. Back over to Steven Cervantes, looking around after he uses up his dribble to Faulkner on the left wing, left wing. And Ornelas now at the top of the arc. Pushing around for 2, nope, got double team, got it over to Faulkner. And trying to get around that double team, but so far have not been able to, as it is Ornelas over to Faulkner on the right wing. Against McTagg. And now back over to the left, Zane Lujan. Tries to get a screen, does. Gets across a couple of them. Passes it, last touch by Gray, and that'll be 4:45, and Jal with the ball still. Zane Lujan going to inbound the ball. Barely gets over to Navarrete. Gets it back to the top of the arc, over to the left, Daniel Ornelas, back to Faulkner. Gets it inside to Ornelas, back over to Zane Lujan, thought about a 3, but no. And works it up to the top of the arc. Near the timeline once again, against one-on-one. It's McTagg versus Zane Lujan. Back to Lujan, left wing. 4:23 remaining. King Navarrete with the ball. As he drives the lane, gets it past Felix. Going to go ahead and pass that. Nobody knew about that, and he loses the handle, but no, gets it back is Zane Lujan, so nobody had the ball. Three-pointer on the way for Ornelas, and it'll be blocked out by Steven, but Faulkner had the ball. Got that rebound, but missed the opportunity. Turnover for Jal. And a shot put up. Cervantes with the rebound. Goes back the other way for Zane Lujan. Actually, that is Nervate, the king of the homecoming. Over to Zane Lujan on the right wing. McTagg on him. And with 3:43 to go now, Zayden trying to get it past McTagg, but instead hands it off on his right elbow to Ornelas, to Navarrete. He's going to dribble it around a little bit over to Ornelas, to left wing to Faulkner. Dribbles inside, gets it back out, tries to get it to Ornelas, but instead loses the handle on that one, and it goes out of bounds as Ornelas was not in the right position to get that pass. 4 turnovers for this fourth quarter. Only one for Hagerman, but a 10-point lead persists. 3:27 to go. We've got plenty of time to go. I'm glad you're here with us as we are enjoying this game. Homecoming in Jal. I'll be back in a moment.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, once again, thanks again for being here. 3:27 to go on the clock, and we are getting into the nitty-gritty of the whole thing as a 10-point lead still for the Jal Panthers. Out of timeout. Be inbound the ball will be the Hagerman Bobcats. 4-1 is the turnover in the fourth quarter as McTagg gets it from Landon Lucero, the junior. Inside to Gray, back out to the left wing for a three-pointer on the way, misses off the back. Rebound, that'll be was going to be Zane Lujan, but instead got it taken out of his hands by Miranda. Puts up a 2, and will draw. Actually, it'll be a timeout from Hagerman. So 8 points, and we've got a timeout. Once again, before this game started, we had the coronation of the homecoming queen and king, and the king is on the floor right now, Davian Navarrete, and the queen was Giannis Ramirez for the queen. So she will reign for the rest of the year, 40-32, and he will reign as well for the rest of the year. Let's take a 30-second pause. Be back in a moment. Thanks again to our sponsors.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, last time these two met, it was 40 points for Jal, but that did not help them win. It was Hagerman had 46. 32 is what they've got right now with 3:15 to go in this game. Inbound the ball will be Ornelas over to Faulkner on the left as he gets it close and across the timeline, back over to Navarrete. And to Zane on the right wing. Being guarded against, going to go ahead and double team. He saw Felix and turned around and decided to think twice about trying to go up against the big guy. Navarrete, though, also double team. Steven Cervantes back to Zane Lujan. This time he's got an opening. And let's see if they count the bucket as he is fouled and maybe on the floor, but either way, he had a nice opening there and took advantage of it as Felix was not in the area. No, it will just be inbounding as that was a foul on the floor against Christian Miranda, first for him. Team's first as well. Nice little done as they set it up for Ornelas. He just pushes it in. 2 points for him. Gets it back to 10 for the Jal Panther lead. 2:42 remaining. And down the hands of McCagg. Three-pointer on the way. Misses off the back. Actually missed everything except for the backboard. And the fight on the ball will be on the floor. Ornelas versus Lucera. And let's see. It looks like it'll be a jump ball, and it is. It'll be the possession of Hagerman with 2:32 remaining in the game. They're long, but they did get it before 5. It's under Felix. Misses that shot. Gray with a rebound. And now back over to McTagg. As he tries to put up a 3, misses. And now in the hands of Jal. As it is Lujan over to Faulkner on the right wing. Gets it across the timeline over to Ornalis on the left. Thought about a 3, and actually it was inside for a 2. It would have been a long 2, but instead Steven Cervantes puts up a shot. Faulkner with the rebound, but a rebound foul as he is pushed to the ground. Looks like that is going to be against McTagg. And that'll be his second. So McTagg with the foul. Second one for the team, 2:03, and it doesn't look like anybody's being bonus, but you never know. Underneath, once again, set it up for Ornalis from Zane Lujan, the inbound. They did that before, and it worked. This time around, though, it just earns a foul. And that'll be a shooting foul, and that'll be the 4th one against Gray. Of course, one more, and he's gone. 2 for Ornalis, and he is 1 of 2 from the line so far. Now make that 1 of 3. 2:02 remaining, 10-point lead. And Jal is hoping to get back into the 500 club for district. Second one is up and will drop. So 2 of 4 from the line. 11-point lead, one of the biggest in the game. As McTagg gets it inside to Miranda. Wave that one off. He had a travel. Yes, he did. He tried to get around his defender and instead did not dribble the ball. So turnover number 2 for Hagerman, and these turnovers are starting to add up. Back to Navarrete. Over to a open Steven Cervantes. Nicely done as he gets it up and in. His first 2 points of the game. An assist by Navarrete. 3-pointer on the way and misses everything. It could have gone out of bounds, but instead Daniel Ornalis gets the rebound. And 45-32, a 13-point lead with just 1:27 to go. Navarrete with the ball inside to Steven Cervantes. Tries to get over to Faulkner, but instead it is stolen away by Lucero. That is his first steal. To McTagg, left wing. Gets a little protection from Felix, but he's going to go ahead and get it back out to Gray. And now back it over to Lucero. Steal. That is by the Faulkner, his second one of the game. And now trying to get it across the timeline will be Zane Lujan with 1 minute to go, and a timeout looks like it's going to be called. Nope, actually it's going to be a foul, a hold foul against Landon Lucero, his first, and that'll be the team's 4th. One more, and that will put him in bonus, but it's just under a minute to go, 59.55 seconds remaining, 13-point lead. Ornalis with the ball over to Zane Lujan on his left elbow, and that'll be the 5th foul. That'll be against Gray, and that's also his 5th foul. He's out. So Gray is going to foul out with 1 point. 1 or 2 from the line, 3 rebounds, and that'll be his game. He had 2 points in the last game, so going up to shoot 2 will be Zane Lujan. He is 1 for 1 from the line. This will be his second opportunity to get more points. 55.94 seconds. And we have first one up and in. Another net. 46-34. Home crowd wanting to see one more drop in. Be a 15-point lead if he gets it. In and out, no good. Missed. Going to try to rebound was Faulkner, but instead goes out of bounds. Last touch by Faulkner, so it'll be turnover number 5 for Jal. And inbounding the ball will be Hagerman. In the hands now of Lucero. Whistle on the floor. Timeout will be taken. 50.52 seconds remaining, and Hagerman wants to talk about it. 46-32. We've got 14 points, and in the lead are the Jal Panthers, trying to get 2-2 on the record for district. Be back in 30 seconds. We continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Welcome back as the homecoming and home court seem to be favoring the home crowd as well as the home teams. You know, the Lady Panthers won earlier against this Lady Bobcats team, and now the Panthers are pouncing on the Bobcats as this cat fight is going on. It's a 14-point lead for the Panthers. We've got just under a minute to go, 50.62 seconds remaining. And inbound of the ball is going to be Fernando Zamora, Jr. Moving it over. So just under a minute to go, and Hagerman trying to get back into this, but it's going to take a miracle. To McTagg, back over to our left wing shot, or actually right wing shot, and he makes it. McTagg with the assist, and it will be third for him. Timeout already, as that was Miranda who had that three-pointer. He has 8 points so far. Another timeout. 46-35 is the score. Let me go ahead and fix that. As that that shot for three made it on the right wing. As they call it, corner three shot. So let's see what Jal does to respond to that one as they get the ball back, of course. 45.73. That was just 10 seconds off the clock. Still, though, an 11-point lead for the Jal Panthers. Ornalis will be inbound of the ball. Looks like that'll be Faulkner or Zayden, or maybe even Navarrete. Zayden with the ball, double teamed as they pressure him in the backcourt. Press. And passes it out. Let's see if they're going to get it to him. It's going to be Felix who gets the ball. Turnover for Jal. Goes the other way. And back again will be a turnover for Hagerman. They're only the third in the half. And a timeout will be called by Coach Lujan. Not happy with the ball handling, but it'll be a full timeout for Jal. Let's go and take one with it. 28.84 seconds remaining. Let's be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
So the fouls and the turnovers have been low and they have not been capitalized on either side for the most part. That last shot, though, nice little three in the corner on the right-hand side. And that was taken care of by Christian Miranda. That was his 9th point of the game. And he has had 5 in the second half. So Zayden Lujan with the ball, just under 26 seconds remaining. This gets across the timeline. Lucero is going to be on him, or near him anyway, as he dribbles down to 18 seconds. They're content with the score, but they probably won't try for the last shot, as it is now down to 10. Still nobody on him. If he would have been counted 5 count, but instead he's just going to test the waters, and looks like we're going to run out the clock. One and done. 46-35, 11-point win for Jal as Zayden Lujan dribbles out the clock, and that'll be the game. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here. You're watching it all on Jal Sports, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube. Thanks for being here. Be back in a moment.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth
Iron
Community
Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, let's get you some numbers as we continue with this doubleheader. There we go. Crank my volume a little too high, but got it fixed now. All right, so for Hagerman, let's go ahead with the 11 turnovers they had. That's not too bad. They only had 3 in the second half after they had 8 in the first. So, again, turnovers were not a key factor in this game. 6-14 now, so both sides had the same record coming into here, but 6-14 with a 2-game losing streak, and they go to 2-4 on the district, 1-8 on away games. So for the leading scorer, it was one with double figures. It was Ricardo McTagg, who had no free throw attempts, or shots anyway, had 10 points. It was the big guy, Felix Chacon, who did it all in the first half, 8 points, and had, actually it was 9 points because he had 1 of 4 from the line. So 9 points for him. And that was the 1 point of the 2 attempts, or 1 of 4 was in the second half. So unable to get those converted. We also had 4 points from Fernando Zamora, 2 points from Lucero, the junior, and it was 1 point, 1 or 2 for Luke Gray before he fouled out with 5 in the game. He had 3 rebounds as well. 4 rebounds for Landon Lucero, 3 for McTagg, 3 assists as well, 1 steal for Lucero, and 1 steal for Christian Miranda. It was 8 rebounds for the big guy Chacon, but it was not enough. 2 of 6 from the line is what the shooting for the charity stripe was for the Hagerman Bobcats. Going over to the Jal Panthers quickly. Let me double check my fingers. Let's go ahead and have a break. I'll be back and we'll get you all the coverage and then tell you about what's going to happen next for the Jal Panthers. And that'll be happening really soon. Be back in just a minute.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Still working with my technology, but I can tell you for certain that Jal has definitely made their homecoming worthwhile. Let's see, it was nobody in double figures for Jal, however, and let's see. Try not to lose. That was this wrong team. Okay, here we go. So Zane Lujan turned up with 7 points. Also, Faulkner had 7. Lujan had 1 3-point shot. And the others were with Trey are Zekas Ramas and Daniel Ornelas. In fact, Ornelas had 11 points. It was the king, Davian Navarrete, with 12 points. 3 buckets and 2 trays to his name. And not a whole lot of free throws. In fact, it was only Zane Lujan who had 2 of 3 from the line and 2 of 4 for Daniel Ornelas as well. 4 points for Jaden Cervantes. 4 points for Jaden Cervantes. Steven Cervantes got 2 points off 1 bucket. It was 3 points again for Zekas Ramirez. And let's see, I do believe that is it. So 2 in double figures and a total of 7 in the scoring position. So for rebounds, let's see what we've got here. We've got 5 rebounds for Zayden Lujan in the game. And it was, I believe, 5 also for Ian Faulkner with 2 steals. 4 assists actually for Zayden Lujan. 7 rebounds for Ornelas, 1 assist. 8 rebounds for Steven Cervantes, 1 steal, 1 assist as well. And again, 4 of 7 from the line. So coming up next for this squad is going to be another district. Of course, we are in district play right now as we're going on the road to Loving. That'll be happening on Monday. Meanwhile, on Monday, it'll be Gateway Christian for this Hagerman squad, who has been back-to-back-to-back on games. And that may have been a factor as far as maybe how fatigued they may have been after facing Eunice yesterday. And that should do it, and that should put Jal in a better situation as far as the district, but they still need a lot of help before they can get into the playoffs, or at least playoff consideration with the record they have right now. So for the time being, we're going to go ahead and let you know that this is the end of the game. But thank you very much for watching. For myself, for Jared Bear, and for everybody at the station, making sure this is set up properly, of course, for the homecoming king and queen. I want to congratulate them one last time, as we are going to be back again on Monday, and that'll be in Loving, of course, right here, whether it be on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube. We're always on the Jal Sports Network. Of course, that's always if we have internet. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate it. You have yourself a great rest of your Thursday.